Let's go, Cowboy Nation. The name is Law Nation. How about them Cowboys? The Dallas Cowboys are now 8-3. We're going to talk about this. This is the extremely late post-game show and analysis from yours truly, Law Nation. I hope you guys are full. How about them Cowboys? Victory Friday is on his way, baby.
What is your profession? This is Sparta! Are you not entertained?
Come on.
Are you not entertained?
Yo. Let's get it. Come on. Shout out to all my dogs. Let's go.
That mother don't miss, man. He's good. In the heat of battle, he don't miss. In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
Come on. They try to sully. They try to denigrate the nation, baby.
You can't handle the truth.
Come on. Hey. All right. Let's go. What's good with y'all, man? Thank everybody for tuning in. I see a lot of people been commenting on this and commenting on that about our Dallas Cowboys, and they try to sully and denigrate, take away. They try to find things that happened in 1957. They even went back to 1820. You know what I'm saying? They trying to pull out anything to take away from the Cowboys' victory. But we're 8-3, and they can't take that away. I've seen Eagles fans post more content this week about our team playing against the Giants than their own team and what they got to do this weekend. I literally seen the Washington Commanders, they sitting back wanting to hope that the Cowboys lose. It was the Cowboys versus the world, right? I can't make this stuff up. They are trying to ridicule Jerry Jones for what he did when he was 14, 13. Matter of fact, they try to ridicule Jerry Jones for what he did when he was 6 years old. It's just how it is. And then they try to flip it and say, y'all Cowboy fans, especially the people with the melanated skin, y'all just trying to roll with him because he's the owner to the slaves. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like that. In actuality, if we start pulling back all of the owners, I promise you, it'll be a lot of skeletons falling out of the closet. And if we want to be really woke about everything, don't y'all know? See, people want to be woke when it's convenient for them, but they don't want to be woke when it's convenient for everything else. And so we wouldn't even be celebrating yesterday if we really was woke, right? But some people want to be woke and some people don't want to be woke. And now you got an unwoke woke nation. You know what I'm saying? Look, hey, news flash. Y'all definitely don't want to know what Law did when he was 8. Y'all definitely don't want to know what Law did when he was 14 and 15, etc. But there are a segment of people, especially people that want to sully, denigrate, take away, and then add to. Like, man, come on, you know. It's just jealousy, yeah, Walker. But y'all come here.
Truth. You can't handle the truth.
Yes, indeed, they can't handle the truth. They try to take away. Look, this team is 8-3. This team have every right to be celebratory victories with wine, drinks, and everything else. But we got to get back to it. This will be a mini bye week for us because we don't play another game until 10 days from now, right? Yes, it was a touchdown. Oh, we got some stuff and some footages for you guys. Yes, it was a touchdown. And yes, it was a situation that the Cowboys, could they play better against the Giants? Yes. Could the officiating coach better out there? I guess whatever you want to call. Could the officiating call better? I mean, not coach better, but could the officiating call better plays? Well, not call better plays. How can I say it? Could they officiate better, basically? Yeah, it could have been. Did Kellen Moore? Oh, my goodness. Kellen Moore, you know. That doggone Kellen Moore, boy. Good. You know, Kellen Moore was hot and cold. And Dak Prescott was the direct reflection of what Kellen Moore exhibited. And shout out to my guy Brandon. He had called in during the halftime and he said, hey, man, y'all can't blame Kellen Moore and then give credit to Dak Prescott when things get going well. He can't have it both ways, which I do agree. But sometimes sound football is sound football. When it's second and short, you run the ball when you know you're going for it on fourth down, right? You don't want to give a short field to a team that was 7-3 at the time, right? And those were the Giants. If you look back at all of their games on how they won, it was a dogfight. They figure out ways to pull things, a rabbit out of the hat as soon as you lay down to sleep. They work and they're grinding. And those type of teams dangerous because they been there, they done that, they did that, you know, on the winding moments. And then even the cheap touchdown at the end, they were still trying to fight to get in, right? So those type of teams with that type of heart, we have to be mindful of those type of situations. So you don't want to be too brass with it. You want to still play sound football. Granted, you know, when you got the big balls in your court, you know, you want to showcase that you got them, but at some time there's a time and a place for that. And a short week, let's be less aggressive, let's play the fields. But some of the things that we can look back on, Cowboy Nation, and we would say to ourselves, all right, cool. Get the interceptions out the way. See if the wide receivers can get into a groove. Shout out to my guy Gallup. Shout out to C.D. Lamb. Both of those boys stood tall, right? And now if you guys look at my my screenshot right here of the thumbnail, bam, you will see that I got Odell Beckham Jr., you know, in the thumbnail there. And it's okay. It's okay when the fans are crying and decreeing for a person, right, or begging for a person. But it's a whole nother level, right, when you got players that's on the team that said, hey, we want this guy. We want that guy. We need this guy. So at this point, give the players what they want if they're going to feel comfortable with said guy, right? So I don't know the remunerations of what Odell Camp is looking for, but at this time, go ahead, reach into your pockets and go grab said guy, because I truly believe that if that is on the back of their minds, then that is on the back of their minds with the hearts of what they want. So go and get said player. Oh, another thing that I want to pull up and bring up is that, yes, Dak Prescott got 10 straight wins versus the Giants. I had a third of the Eagles people that's under my post saying, hey, man, quick math would tell you that it's not 10 wins because he lost in versus the Giants before, blah, blah, blah. But why are you here? You know what I'm saying? Like we having a family conversation after a win on Thanksgiving, and the Eagles come flying around. They let me know that they love the Cowboys, right? That they want to come in and try to take away. You know what I'm saying? And then they didn't even do the math correctly, and they try to call out somebody on their math, and it comes to full circle. That the Eagles still believe that just because they got a ring in 2017, that one ring is more valuable than the 5 that we have. Even though we've been on a 27-year hiatus, they truly believe that their math is better, because they were saying that, hey, it's not 10 wins. You know, there's some losses in there, but they can't read. They don't understand that Dak Prescott won 10 consecutive games against the Giants. That's what the Post said. But they were so worried about the Cowboys that they couldn't read the fact that, yes, we gave them the understanding with the knowledge within the context of the language that, yes, Dak Prescott lost to the Giants in 2016, right? But they are so busy and worried about us that their feathers are falling out of the sky. So that's just what it is. But I can't wait, because This weekend, we get to sit back and chill and relax, you know what I'm saying, and watch all of the NFL teams play while we on our mini vacation. And watch, lo and behold, we won't be going into their comment circles, going back and forth with them. You know, it's quite strange. The craziest thing of it all, when you insecure about things, when you have your worries and your doubts and your trepidations and your reservations about things, you tend to point at things, right? And you fail to realize when you're pointing, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. Come on, baby. This is an educational lesson for them. Let's go. Come
Shame.
on.
Shame. Shame.
Shame on them, baby. You know? Yes, Alfredo says, I forgot we called Dak interceptions miscommunications. Shout out to my guy, Ricky. He sent me this jersey, man. I mean, this hoodie. It's nice, man. It says, don't shank me with the butter knife. It's a 2XL. It's swallowing with me, man. I ain't a 2XL, but I shout out to him, man, for sending me this wonderful, colors with the star on it, baby. Don't shank me with the butter knife. And what we're doing is, I get it. So many people want to make the comparison analysis of Dak Prescott play. And they pointed out, I think he got like 8 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, right? And then I got my guy, Defy Talk, crazy but true. Dak Prescott completed plus 17.7, right, of his passes over expected against the Giants. That's the highest CPOE by any quarterback in a game with 30-plus pass attempts over the last 3 seasons. So of the last 3 seasons, so check out my dog, my brother from another mother, Defy Talk, man. He got some great content here. And I don't know where I'll be without that brother, man, with some information that rules the nation. Check it out. The information is now in the chat box. Check it out. Subscribe to my brother, man. Because so many people like to discount the quarterback, right? And Dak Prescott right now is pretty much, since he arrived, is 4-1, right? Since he's been playing. Of course, he lost 2 games this season, but 4-1 is since his return. Also, a tidbit, a nugget that you can contextualize since his return. The Cowboys are the number 1 offense in the National Football League. We went from literally the 28th, the 29th ranked offense. Now we are down to the number 1 offense in the National Football League. And if this defense continuing to improve the way they are doing, the only hiccup that we had on the defense was the hiccup of stopping the run. But what if I told you that the Cowboys shut down the Giants to 90 yards collectively running the ball? What if I told you that? 90 yards. And, of course, they moved the ball down the field with a hope, a prayer when they threw the ball toward Anthony Brown's way. I want to tell you guys, I get it. Dak Prescott can't walk on water. He's not that dude, right? But the craziest thing, the expectations. Hear me out. The expectations for Dak Prescott is to be flawless in every game. He can't throw an INT because in the same reverence, in the same breath, in the same conversation that I'm having with you guys now, is that Josh Allen could throw 4 interceptions the other day, and he would still be considered in the elite quarterback, the best quarterback in the National Football League, right? Literally. We can look at the Eagles as they struggled to beat the Colts, right? And the quarterback, they didn't even trust him to throw the ball, but he had to run the ball with his legs, right? To come back to win the game. Shout out to him for coming back and beating the Colts. and he will be considered, oh man, what a clutch performance, because he was calmly and he came back to win that game. But Dak Prescott, lo and behold, the times that he throw the interceptions, everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac, and Biggie climbing out of the grave, and they want to make the comparisons and analysis between the two of Dak Prescott versus Hurts or Dak Prescott versus Allen. The same team that we beat against the Detroit, that the Bills struggle to beat against the Detroit, now they get a praise, right? Now the announcers, the commentators saying, oh man, what a hard game that Josh Allen fighting back through injuries, being able to get this and get that done. Well, wow. Excuse me, don't it take a few games? I didn't see Josh Allen with a broken thumb coming back. If it was anybody else, they would be saying, hey, man, what a remarkable task for a guy to come back from a broken thumb. Right? So it is what it is. The double standards or the triple standards or the quadruple standards that they have against the Cowboys is beyond me, right? Also, we have war within a war of our own fan base, because so many people, they listen in to the outside noise, the 4-ladder, the 2-ladder, or the 3-ladder networks, or the independent people with strong opinions, and they say, hey, listen, Law, it's time to get rid of this dude, Ezekiel Elliott. And then when we turn on the tape, we see Ezekiel Elliott rumbling and stumbling, doing great things for this team, getting the dirty yards, being that person that can stretch the field for your team. And you got to understand, just because in one game you may say to yourself, all right, cool, he may not look like the Ezekiel Elliott that you want, but then when it's time to play physicality, this dude, he brings everything to the table. And I'm telling you guys right now, don't listen to the outside noise, because what we have inside, man, if they continue to utilize and use Zeke the way they're doing now with the 1-2 combination, we're unstoppable. The only team that can stop the Cowboys are the Dallas Cowboys. Run the ball, make it a physical game, and then you can finesse. But you got to do this. Establish the run first. To me, I love what Dak Prescott brings to the table, ladies and gentlemen. Nevertheless, I look at Dak Prescott passing the ball better when he plays off the play action, right? When he soften up the defense. And this should be all brought to you by 21 and 20. Because when 21 can't do it, 20 should step in. And when 20 can't do it, 21 should step in. Do you guys get what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? So let's stop having this civil war. And let's stop listening in to the outside noise, because I tell you guys, Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, they make a great combination. Not a good one. But Tony Pollard and probably just whoever don't make a great combination, right? This should be always a situation where you have the two. I don't think that we will pull this game off the way we did if we only had Tony Pollard in the mix last night, right? Or yesterday on Thanksgiving. So let's stop trying to separate the two, and let's use the 1-2 punch like my guy Fee Music says. Fee Music. Yeah, appreciate you. You got to utilize both, right? Why we the only team that do this, right? And here's the thing. I get what my guy Boss Cowboys said, and shout out to West Coast Cowboys as well. I before I went live, he was on the top of my news feed, and him and Boss sound like echoes, right? The twin brothers, saying that, hey man, this Kellen Moore, he's an addict, right? He want to get to scratching, he want to do it in a certain way, and he want to actually throw the ball all around the field, and he refused to run the ball or what have you. I get all of that. I get all of that. But like I said to my guy on the final word, what makes him not do it anyway? Even if we do have an Odell Beckham on his team. You've seen him, he get pass happy anyhow. So my thing is, if you insert Odell Beckham, this will be an immediate upgrade of your offense. The play that Noah Brown barely got off to the edge, that's a play that Odell Beckham catches it and he turns upfield and he embarrasses the opposition by flexing on him after he get the first down. Noah Brown is good, but he's not consistent enough, right? My guy, look, if you look at this game, once again, even with Michael Gallup, shoo, it took him a minute, but when he got hot, hey, those contested catches was everything. So what you're trying to do is you want to better your best. I truly believe those type of wide receivers, you need them, right? But what you can't do is when you get to the tournament, right, and one of those wide receivers go down and now you forced with only CD Lamb, you can't be going back and saying, man, I would have loved to have Odell Beckham now. No. I tell people all the time it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. When I'm going into war, if I'm going to battle, and you got your choices of weapon, yes, you need the butter knife. Nah, you don't need the butter knife. I mean, you need the short machete. Yeah, you need the machete. You're going to war. But if I still have an opportunity to get a semi-automatic or AR, you know what I'm saying? Give me that. Give me that. I would still carry the machete, but let's not pick the knife over the gun, right? You know, and keep in mind, you got plenty of knives in the drawer. You know, Jalen Tolbert is a knife. You know, James Washington, he may be a gun, but at this point, he ain't even a knife. He's a butter knife. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen him, right? Noah Brown, he been upgraded from a machete to maybe a handgun, you know? But I'm trying to get in there with the best weapons possible. And I'm not trying to be looking for the weapon too late. In the dark, like, hey, man, where the weapon at? That's what happened, ladies and gentlemen, when we missed Michael Gallup last season. In the playoff time, we had Cedric Wilson. Shout out to my dog, Ceddy. He can't even find the ball in Miami. You know, that let you know. So I would tell you this, if you think I'm lying. So you mean to tell me if Michael Gallup was in Miami, he wouldn't be able to find the ball? Come on. Let's bring some common sense to the table. And that pass, like those two passes, and I'm not putting this all on my guy Cedric Wilson. Shout out to Coach Bird. We worked out with Ced all last season, off season. Shout out to Coach Bird and shout out to Cedric Wilson. Here's the thing. That interception that Dak Prescott threw in that 49ers game, when that DB went through the body of Cedric Wilson, shoot, you ain't doing that on Odell Beckham. No, I'm not even going to put that on Odell Beckham because he wasn't here. You not doing that on Gallup if in that type of throw. Physically, possession. I saw it. Go back, ladies and gentlemen, and look at the game. Look at the tape. Those catches that my guy Gallup caught this past game were contested catches that he had to grab and pull out of the sky. And if it fool around and bobble up anywhere, it's another INT. And I know that the pass that the Cowboys player, Dak Prescott, threw on the side of Gallup, yes, it was extreme miscommunication. He was still going up. Dak, it was a cover 3. Could have been cover 4. I can't wait till I go look at the full review of that, and you will literally see he kept vert. The pass was thrown to the outside. The DB broke off of it, and he caught the ball. I need to go back and review it to see whether or not he got 2 feet in, though. You know, Justin James says Odell going to get 14 milli. I feel you on that. Simmons says, shout out to you for the support, man. Appreciate y'all, man. You know, shout out to the leftover crew. Shout out to the leftover crew. If you're eating the leftovers, let me know, man. Holly says Josh Allen has 4 games with 2 interceptions and 3 games with 1 in 2022. You know, so yeah, he have a lot of INTs. I think that Dak Prescott in the last so many games have like 5 interceptions or something like that. And then they want to use that as a horrid deal there. Coach Marv says Law is December and he hasn't been cleared yet. I know that this is only workout tapes, but if you go to his Instagram film, the dude is running. The dude is running, cutting, and he is catching the ball, doing plyometrics, calisthenics. So I feel what you're saying. He may not have been clear yet because he have not introduced himself to be cleared. From my recollections or from my knowledge of it, they had this surgery within the same week, him and Michael Gallup. Now, I'm not saying – here's my thing. Here's my thing, Coach Marv, and I know how you feel about this. But I'm telling you, if I'm going to a fight and if I had a choice to pick Jalen Tolbert or Odell Beckham, shoot, give me Odell Beckham right now. If I'm going into a football game, if I had the choice between Odell Beckham and anybody, even James Washington right now, based off of pedigree and for what I've seen from the previous and the last time I seen tape, I'm going to lean on the Odell Beckham versus James Washington. I get where you're coming from a coach's perspective that you want to keep the continuity. But at this point, if you're the coach, Coach Marv, how can you stop your players from keep mentioning Odell Beckham? If they keep mentioning, hey, we want Odell Beckham, we want Odell Beckham, at some point something got to give, whether the coach should smother that fire out or the players that's playing and practicing on the field. It should be a battle cry. Noah Brown should be saying, what about me? Why y'all not talking about me? Or Jalen Tolbert should be like, hey, I'm here. I've been practicing sun up to sundown. Why y'all keep mentioning Odell? Somewhere on this team, there should be the players putting out the fire, not the fans. But as they say out there on the streets, real recognize real, right? So at some point, I think that the people that's inside the locker room should know a degree more than what we know. That's all I'm saying, Coach Marv. And let me know if I'm wrong, Let me know if I'm wrong. Because at some point, the fire need to be put out. Ezekiel Elliott need to hush. Dak Prescott need to hush. All of the defensive guys need to hush. Appreciate y'all, man. Sean Wiley, appreciate your content, Law. 33 years, nice. Yeah, he had a great game, man. Big JR, 89 for your mind. Appreciate you meeting with my brothers who are both 49ers fans from a different generation yesterday, but we got to see Dallas win a tough game, and I'm still smiling. Yo, I mean, that food tasting good. The food is tasting good, man. I know the food tasting good. Stuffings, mashed potatoes with mama's homemade gravy, sweet potato pie, with some red beans and rice, cornbread. You can't say corn. We don't say corn. We say cornbread. Is in the microwave now as I'm listening. God bless you, especially Cowboy Nation, man. Shout out to you, B-Way. Ooh. I know you got it, and it's going boom. You got the kind B-Way, the kind that spin. You got the microwave, that plate that is in the middle that spin. But sometimes, me personally, I just go ahead and take the skillet back out. And I preheat the oven, and I go ahead and warm up everything. You know what I'm saying? Because it brings out the real flavor of the food. But you can get away when you're hungry with the microwave. But B-Way, man, take an extra 5 to maybe 6 minutes and warm it up in the oven, baby, or put it back on the stove, man. I promise you, man, that 5 to 6 minutes, baby, it tastes even better. That's just like oven pizza, man. You buy some pizza and it's left over, don't put it in the microwave, man. Yo, yes, ooh, it's mac and cheese. Mac and cheese, man, it's a specialty on how you can reheat mac and cheese, though. I tag you in my leftover video, laughing out loud. Open up the fall lines, baby. Shout out to you, Scott. Let me get through this. Let me get through this right quick, and then we'll do that. We'll do that. Let me get through this right quick because I'm trying to feel the temperature of this team and I got some audio from Stephen Jones. Stephen Jones.
Heck of a morning, sir.
Good morning, guys. Great day yesterday for the Cowboys.
Great day.
Absolutely. Now, we just need you to go ahead and confirm, because I know.
True, baby. my guy B, we be grubbing, baby. He says, Law, the mac and cheese didn't make it to the next day. That mean that mac and cheese was fire. If your mac and cheese made it to the next day, then I feel you. It may be a little corner. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of corner that made. And trust me, in my household, the corners ain't made it anyway. Because the corner mac and cheese is the best mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? The corner, with the crust on the side. You know what I'm saying? The hard corner mac and cheese, it won't make it to the next day. But the little piece, the little part that's on the scraping at the bottom, yeah, that might make it. But if it's fire mac and cheese in your household, I don't care how many pans you had, you shouldn't have leftover mac and cheese. So you're right. B-Wee, it was destroyed. It didn't make it, man. Why can't we re-sign Ryan Switzer? He was good. JoJo. I think Ryan had some other things that went on in his life. I hope all is well with him. But I think he retired or something like that. But let's go. Appreciate y'all, man. Name me some foods that didn't make it to the next day, man. Y'all let me know, man. Gina with the G says, Law, my mac and cheese don't make it to the next day either, that fire mac and cheese. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all mac and cheese float, and it was floating, and it was backpedaling in the pan and everything, that mac and cheese might make it 2 or 3 days, right? Now, the only reason why spaghetti makes it multiple days is because people cook a humongous pot of spaghetti. And then don't let it be in one of those trays. I forgot the name of the trays, the aluminum foil trays. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That spaghetti plate, that can last for multiple days. You can end up making spaghetti sandwiches and things like that. But I know that a lot of people didn't have spaghetti for Thanksgiving, though. That's not more of a Thanksgiving meal. But if you did, shoo. Man, you be fooling around making spaghetti sandwiches over here, man. Spaghetti lasts for a minute, no matter how good it tastes. Especially with that crust on the top, that mac and cheese. Akeem, you right, man. Shoot. Yeah, devil eggs shouldn't make it to the next day. It should be blasphemous if you still eating devil eggs right now. Devil eggs normally gone within the first couple of minutes. So as soon as you finish praying, thank God for the food, and then all of a sudden the devil eggs gone. The devil is gone, Bledsoe says spaghetti sandwiches, man. Wait, man, I grew up hard, baby. You don't know about spaghetti sandwiches? Make one before you judge me. Let's listen to this.
I know you would want to do that. Did you have to come on earlier because you're meeting Odell Beckham at noon?
Not just yet. Not just yet. We're probably not going to be talking about that much because it's getting to be pretty strategic right now.
Right.
Okay. I have one more slight question, and this is just a general question about that. Then I want to talk about the amazing game. In meetings like this, what are the logistics usually like? Is it about seeing what the player can do physically, or is it just more of like you sit down and describe your vision or talk numbers? Like, how do those general meetings usually go?
It's all the above. You have to check, obviously a player like Odell coming off a major injury, that's a part of it, and then the vision for the player and that type of thing, and then the business. So, you kind of hit on all the above.
No doubt. Was it? The devil eggs been gone. The pumpkin pie is gone. Oh my gosh, man. We got what we got left over here are cakes, and then I got a pecan pie that's left my little ones, they got tree nuts allergy. They're allergic to tree nuts. So I'm like, yeah, that's mine right there. I got initials on that one. Like, y'all can eat all, like the forbidden fruit. Y'all can have all what you can have, but that pie, that pecan pie belongs to me. I woke up around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock this morning, stumbled out of my phases of the itis, I went and got me another slice of that pie. I got me another slice. It was a big old hunk of pie, man. And I'm telling you guys, man, that pecan pie, delicioso, man. It was just that good. Look, I was so lazy. I woke up so early. I was lazy. I was like my guy B Wee. I wanted to put it in the microwave, but I ate it cold. I ate that pie cold this morning. Boy, that thing was still banging, baby. So when I get finished with this, I got like I got a semicircle left of a pie that I'm going to get right into, and I'm going to destroy that one. And I took another a sweet potato pie. I hid it, they don't know where it's at. I kind of took it in and then put it on the other side of the cabinet. So I hope they don't find that little spot, because they be eating them sweet potato pies, man. Yeah. Juan Gonzalez says cold is the best. Yeah, but sometimes you got to warm it up a little bit, man, Yeah. Red velvet cake. I didn't have red velvet cake to this Thanksgiving. I thought I was gonna have some, but the lady she didn't get a chance to get around to the red velvet. Shame on me. But I got a socket to me. There's like a few slices left over there, man. I can't wait to get to that one. They better not be getting my socket to me cake. I'm gonna flip some table over. Hey, y'all thought I was mad against that Green Bay game? Shoot, I get mad over here. Don't come after my socket to me too. Let's go.
The game yesterday was I think Mike described it as perfection, and it was the best we've seen this Cowboys team play at this point. What was the reason that this all hit on so many great cylinders yesterday? Was it offense just and the Cowboys come in and after a gut punch against Green Bay,
right?
And then maybe Minnesota's a little light because they had that big win against Buffalo. What was the perfect culmination of yesterday for you?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was just the disappointment of the Green Bay loss, knowing that we we played good for 3 quarters there, but let that get away, and that wasn't in a way that we feel like this team plays, whether it be offense, defense, or special teams. We just, didn't get the job done, and really felt like starting at the top. We can start to look at our best players. Not that we don't have a whole team full of, really good players, but you start with Dak and Micah, and certainly they owned it and set the tone in practice all week. And I just think, that was a big driving factor as to, not necessarily show our fans, but more than anything, just show each other
right.
within the confines of the team, the coaching staff, the organization, that we can certainly play at a higher level than what we showed against Green Bay.
Is it impossible not to get caught up? I'm just telling you where I'm at today is when Jerry Jones talks about this team being a championship contender. I know there's a long way to go, but is it impossible not to get caught up in that kind of excitement?
Absolutely. I mean, you enjoy the moment, as we say, but we've got a game Thursday against the Giants, and it's a big, big game against a divisional opponent. They're having a great year. Identical records to what we have. And we all enjoyed the day yesterday, the night last night. And, it's time to get back to work and get focused on the Giants. This game's going to be here before we know it. We'll be kicking it off there Thursday, Thanksgiving, at 3:20.
All right, so that was the previous audio. So what I'm trying to say is that Jerry Jones said that he also had a great meeting after the game with Odell Beckham. I wanted to play that quick audio so that I can give you guys some reference to this point. There, when you listen to what Stephen Jones is saying, he's more of the guy. I think that he will be the final straw that will squeeze, or the final gunman that will squeeze the trigger about this Odell Beckham thing. my thing is, when we look back at these type of games and we say to ourselves, where can this team improve at? How can this team be even better? Well, I look at it like this: from an efficiency level, I think that this team could be a whole lot better. Now, let's see how we won this game. Look, when we talked about this, I truly believe that if we didn't win this part of the battle, we don't win this game. We don't. We won this game time of possession. The Cowboys had 34 minutes and 9 seconds. The Giants had 25 minutes and 51 seconds. Time of possession. Also, the efficiency levels of the run to pass ratio. I get what most people are saying. This particular team, when it was time to run the ball, we saw the hiccups with Kellen Moore. We literally seen it all in the faces of the Cowboys community when it was short. Like, come on, Kellen Moore, please don't do us like that against this game. Nevertheless, the Cowboys finished off with 39 total attempts of running the ball for 169 yards, and they finished with Dak Prescott 21 of 30 with 261 yards, the 2 touchdowns to the 2 interceptions. Let's break this down. My guy who really went into more details of how they were able to cushion and soften up a lot of things with this guy right here.
It was a good day for the Cowboys' ground attack. 39 runs, 169 yards, and 2 touchdowns. No sacks. Offensive line, outstanding. But Zeke was great. I mean, this is classic Zeke right here. Like, okay, you run right behind Zach Martin. I mean, that's Big Cat Williams right there. You got a big old claw right around him, runs right through it, steps through it. Like, Zeke looks strong, really strong. Like, you watch Terrence Steele and Zach right here. Zach will just take Big Cat Williams inside against, and there's Steele up on Jalen Williams. You can't block it any better than what Terrence Steele just did. 10 yards there for Zeke, carrying a bunch of Giants with him. How about the old pitch option? Like, let's just bring it back. But watch this block by Dalton Schultz as Dak changes his play right here. And they're just going to bring the line, Julian Love to him. Now watch the block by Schultz. Like, this is a decleater. Excellent block. Cowboys have as good a trio of run blocking tight ends as anybody in the league. All right, Ferguson, Hendershot, there they are. There's your 3 tight ends right there. First touchdown of the game. Just follow Zach Martin. Every single run that Zeke has is behind Zach Martin. The guy just doesn't miss. Like, the guy is just perfect. But here we go. Now, how about Dak right here, helping out his brother in arms right here as Dak makes his cutback.
Fullback Dak.
Block against Julian Love. Zeke again switches arms, fundamentally sound, little stiff arm, couldn't get him down to the ground. One good run after another. Now, Giants go to bare front, try to slow the rushing attack down. Dak calls Zeke back into the backfield right here, and just follow your lead blocker. There we go. That play can break anywhere. So he takes it inside right here for 5 yards. But what I liked about this run, not so much what Terrence Steele does on the pull, which is excellent, and he's really developing. But what I liked right here is Zeke. This is the old Zeke right here. See this?
Yep.
Watch him just.
Watch the cutback. Yeah.
Like, jump through that hole.
And 44 got no chance.
Explosive step that a lot of people know that Zeke still has. But he looks good. The Giants rushing, Cowboys. It was a good day.
So we see shades of this, right? And we understand that, my goodness. Somebody said extend Terrence Steele now. Yeah, before you get into a bidding warfare with that, go ahead and extend the guy. You know, I was talking about our strength is our offensive line, right? And we got to throw in the extension of the offensive line will be your tight end play, right? You know, they are the extension of the offensive line. I talked to Jay Novacek about this, and I was telling him that, you know, the third hardest position to learn would be like a center, right? Because they got so many responsibilities and things like that. And he said, nah, man, the hardest responsibility outside of the quarterback would be the tight end. And I said, why? And he broke it down. Jay Novacek, I got a video of him talking to me about this on Cowboys Experience. Check out Cowboys Experience, by the way. He said the offensive line is one thing, but the tight end, they got to know all of the responsibility of the offensive line, the fullback, the halfback, as well as everything that the wide receiver do, whether they inside or out, Y or Z, flanker. The tight end must know that. And we, baby, got some tight ends that's knowledgeable and aware. They got a keen sense of understanding of where they need to be at. Like when Ferguson went hurt, my guy Hendershot made me take a shot of Hen when he did play and scored a touchdown. And then it's led by Dalton Schultz. Those guys, man, all of those tight ends. And then you got a journeyman. Well, he's not necessarily a journeyman, but you got Sean McEwing, who don't miss a beat when his number is called. So all of those things, man, it's a wonderful situation for us to have those tight ends plus the offensive line group that we have. Illmatic, my conspiracy law, I feel like Zeke is being sabotaged. They should have let him gain 100 yards, but they were doing what they did to Coop to justify a cut. To justify a cut. I don't know if the Cowboys will cut Ezekiel Elliott. There's no justification here. One thing I can tell you the differences between Ezekiel Elliott and Amari Cooper. Hear me out. Hear me out. Give y'all a dramatic pause. Are the people that's on this team. If the Cowboy players love said Amari Cooper like we thought that they did, then there would be multiple Cowboy players saying, hey, man, we need Coop. The quarterback himself would have sat out there and said, don't get rid of Coop. Don't get rid of Coop. I have yet to even hear. If you guys can find audio, link that to me and I'll post it on this channel. I have yet to hear the quarterback, number 4, says, man, we can't get rid of Coop. I would love to bring back Amari Cooper. I would love to have him on his team. They literally, I'm just an outsider looking in, have begged more for Odell Beckham than they ever begged to keep Amari Cooper. I have never heard the defensive players saying, hey, what are we doing? We got to keep Amari Cooper. I have never heard any of the other guys say the things about keeping Amari Cooper, juxtaposed to how they are banging on the table and yelling to the high heavens, hoping, praying, and wishing for for Odell Beckham to be here. I have never heard it. You know, Jerry loves Zeke. Jerry did love Coop, or is that B-Weed? Jerry did not love Coop, right? He should have said it. Like, I truly believe. Now, yeah, 88, I think 88, yeah, Verdi, 88 was the only person to cry for Coop. Or was it also Parsons? And let me know, because my memory could be foggy from here. But I think Parsons said something about Amari Cooper. But the overall message to ask for Cooper to stay have not been the same energy for them bringing in Odell Beckham. I just, it's just what it is. I think Odell going to be going to the Buffalo. Well, wherever he goes. Look, and this is my thoughts, and this is my final thoughts of this one with the Odell Beckham situation. Wherever he go, whether it's the Cowboys or whoever, I can't wait for it to be over with, right? Old folks say this all the time. Write this down. You can't be a little bit pregnant. Either you're pregnant or you're not, right? You can't string this thing along so far. Get on with your life. Either you're pregnant or you're not. And the Cowboys, with this ideology, with Odell Beckham, we don't know where they at. Either they pregnant or they not. I just want the baby to come, and I don't want to deal with, hey, this is what's going to happen in the next 9 months. Nigga, just figure it out. Are you pregnant or you not? That's just how it goes. That's just how it is. That's how old folks talk. And the Cowboys need to figure that out 1,000%. But let's listen to Brian Baldinger on this Lamb catch.
Anybody who grew up playing football in the street, especially like on a Thanksgiving day, can relate to this route by CeeDee Lamb. It's the old button hook at the Buick. But the catch was crazy. Like, he put on a display yesterday. Like, you watch this throw by Dak, he gets flushed. He gets outside the pocket. And the catch is a one-handed catch against his helmet.
Nigga,
against Darnay Holmes right there. Like, he makes it look so easy. And this catch right here.
Look at that flag.
in the end zone. A little stutter and go.
Ooh, that was the best
holding
catch.
Off the defender with his left hand and the catch with his right. Trying to make his legs go dead. Right in front of the cameras. National. Dak, the floater. Dexter Lawrence coming right at him. Like, this is just, dang. I don't know. I don't ever get tired of watching these one-handed catches that these guys are doing. Maybe the gloves are just that sticky.
No, look, to me, that was a touchdown. To me, I saw on 4K, my TV is 4K over here. You can literally see the sweat coming out of the pores upon the face. And I saw one toe in, and then I saw the other toe slide as the heel came down. And I thought that all you needed is two toes, right? And the point of the feet is not about the heel, And that play, in my opinion, I don't care about y'all's opinion, but in my opinion, that play was better than the Justin Jefferson catch the other week on the Bills or what have you. That play, when CeeDee Lamb caught that ball, man, and pulled it around, that first one was dope too. Don't get it twisted when he caught it with the helmet. But that touchdown catch, that wasn't a catch. You know what I'm saying? That was a touchdown. That wasn't a touchdown. It was pretty. It was beautiful. It was straight up gorgeous. I'm talking about the lady in the red dress. Or is it a lady in the blue dress? Whatever it is, it was gorgeous. You was fixated here, and when that woman walks into the room, silence is put upon everyone, and even ladies are turning around and looking and say, "She wore that dress." CeeDee Lamb, he wore that ball out, boy. He caught that ball out, got 2 feet down, balling down. I said, man, come on, don't flag whoop us or don't review whoop us with that one. And they did, man. That was nice. That was nice. Now, during my play-by-play, calling the game or what have you, CD still have that, like, inside the middle of the field, he still have some of that hiccup thing that goes around with his mind, right? Whether he want to greet the ball in space. I like outside Lamb, right? I like outside when he dragging him underneath, or if it's a shallow play underneath and it's to the boundary side or it's to the outside of the formations. I like CeeDee Lamb the way he approaches and catches the ball there. It seems as if, though, some bad things happened to CeeDee and Dak Prescott in the middle of the field, right? I said last season, 6 out of the 10 interceptions that Dak Prescott threw, they fell off the hands or they were in the area of CeeDee Lamb. And it appears that 4 out of the 8 interceptions, could be 5 out of the 8 interceptions now, is in the area of CeeDee Lamb. But they still working this thing out. If you think I'm crazy, if you go all the way back to Troy Aikman's days, right? He finished the season, multiple seasons, with double-digit interceptions, and majority of them came when he was throwing it to the playmaker. But I do know and understand that the people with the Mandela effect, they would think that Troy never had more INTs than he had touchdowns, especially in a few games or what have you. And trust and believe me, I did my research. He was throwing the ball and he was trying to fit it to the 8-8, and the ball bounces up, or the ball was tipped and it was INT'd. That's just how it goes, man. It is what it is. Bad calls were on both teams. Yeah, Philly D. Yeah, it was bad calls collectively. But it's about the team that can figure things out. All right, so we had a great time. Let's open up the phone lines. Let's do that. Give me a few seconds. Let me put the phone number up on the top of the screen. I want to know y'all thoughts and your opinions. Let's keep it short. We just have 1 point or such, and we can get things going. And I want to know how you guys feel about the season and everything. The phone line is at the top. Jay Lombardi posted it down there. And boom. Because I had some first take clips, but we ain't finna do all that. We ain't finna do all that. 657 390-7391. Henner, appreciate you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Let's go. Get y'all points together. Get y'all thoughts together. Shout out to Black Friday, too, you know.
There are 7 participants in the conference.
Or are we too woke to talk about Black Friday? You know what I'm
Please
saying?
announce yourself.
Because y'all know how that goes, too, you know. You know, if I'm too woke, some people are like, hey, man, you know, why you celebrating Black Friday? You know what they used to do on Black Friday? And you still representing Black Friday? Y'all mean so I'm telling y'all, man, y'all seen what Jerry Jones did in 1957. So now we too woke for Black Friday? Are we that? You know? Let me quit talking. But that's just how this world is, man. Y'all, baby. I mean, sometimes people get be too woke, baby. All right, Trey, my girl for the 901, you live.
Hey.
Yes, indeed. What's good with you?
What's good? Happy Victory Friday with a big old F. You hear me?
Yes, indeed. That's
Yeah.
the only time we like the Fs. Yeah.
What you said?
Yeah.
And so what I'm calling and saying to everybody on this Cowboy Nation, like you said at first, why, Lord? Just why? I don't care what Dak Prescott do. He can go out there and hit 60 points. They gonna find some reason why he didn't get 61. Dak Prescott is not the only quarterback, elite, because he is, that's thrown us interceptions. I ain't just talking about Mr. Josh Allen and, you know, Mr. Kirk Cousins. I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes. He didn't throw them just against the Chargers. They barely beat the Chargers. But you ain't hearing nobody talk about that. You feel me? So every time you turn around, I don't care. And it's our people. It's always the Cowboy fans. I understand Stephen A. now. Because our own fans, y'all finding something wrong with that game last night. Yeah, he threw 2 interceptions. Okay. But did we not win the game,
We
y'all?
won.
Did we not
We won.
win? Did we not straighten it up?
Yeah. We won. We got right, man. It was difficult. First quarter it was rough on us, but we still fought.
Guess what? But guess what, Law?
Talk to me.
Okay, just go back to week 3. This the same way we played them in week 3. They was up 13-6 at halftime. Hello.
You slide there with you. You slide there with you.
When we play our rivals, it's always like this with us. It's always like, but I tell y'all every time, the Giants, out of all our rivals, the Giants, they would never beat us, ever. Dak is 5-1 with them. You would never beat us, ever. Now, we'll have problems with Washington. We'll have problems with Philadelphia. But this time around, we're waiting on December the 24th. We're awaiting. It's over with. We done caught up with these folks, y'all. It's 8-3 today, 9-1. We done caught these folks. We done knocked the Giants out the way because they was in the way. Now we done caught up with them. We gonna get them folks. Oh, they gonna lose to Green Bay. I just want everybody to know this. Watch Aaron Rodgers all of a sudden RELAX and beat them folks in their house. Y'all don't hear me. It's just the way it's gonna go. And we gonna catch up with Philadelphia, and the toss-off gonna be just like it did with the Giants. We got to toss it off, and we gonna beat them too.
Man.
Y'all don't hear me. We're on
look.
our way. So I want everybody to buckle up. I said it last week, and we finna go on this ride. Y'all can leave my quarterback alone, and we finna do this. Go, Dak. Oh, yeah, and by the way, his new word, here we go. Let's go, Cowboys. I love you, Law. Keep doing what you doing, baby. We screwing all of them could kick rocks about our Cowboys, baby. How about them Cowboys?
That's Trey, y'all, for the 901. She's in the chat. She got that nice Cowboys relic that I sent off to her. Appreciate her. Much love. The best energy, man. The lady callers, man, from Trey to Lady Jessica to Gina to Queen, man, we got some of the lady callers. They call in. It just fills your heart with joy because it feel like mama and them calling and talking to you. You know what I'm saying? You better do your homework before you go to bed. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna eat until you do your work. You know, I love those type of calls, man. Next, man, we got one of the famous coaches in the YouTube circles. His name is Coach Marv from the 803. You're live, Coach.
What's going on, Long? What's going on, Cowboy Nation, man? I hope everybody had a joyful Thanksgiving, man, and enjoyed their families, man.
Yeah.
Long, you are so right about that. I was with my family when I saw us go down, fourth down. We was eating, and I was watching the game, and I jumped up and said, "What are you doing?"
Yes, indeed, Coach. Hey, before you go into details, man, what all you did in the kitchen, man? What all you did in the kitchen?
No, you know, my cousins, we got a very small family here, so my cousins, I'm the third in the line now of the elder statements in the family, and my cousins and their children. And my children, they cook the whole thing, but I had to pay for it also. So that, hey, I was totally invested in this Thanksgiving. I made sure everything, all of it is $1. That's what my contribution was to say, hey, whatever the food we cook, whatever you've been paying, I'll pay for all of it, all the prep and everything.
Yes,
so I'll pay for everything.
Man, Coach, man, I appreciate you for sharing that story with us, man. What you got for this one?
Yeah. Lord, let me ask you a question, man. How did you like our tight end play? Our tight ends, man, we got, I think, Ferguson and even Dalton Schultz and Hendershot, man, they coming along, and we finding them doing some great things in the passing game.
Man, Schultz, he's a good blocker, but I see sometimes he do whiff on it, and I'm not trying to take away from the victory. But that Jake Ferguson, he put all into his blocks.
Better.
He gotten better, though.
He's gotten better. I gave him some credit. He's gotten better because your other two tight ends are so good, and Ezekiel Elliott pointed out that the tight end room, all four of them are doing a very good job on that field, and I think that formation of having all three of them in the game is really paying dividends because they're doing really well. And Michael Gallup had an outstanding game, caught a lot of contested catches. CeeDee Lamb, again, I say again, CeeDee Lamb is the number one wide receiver. I don't know why we keep on questioning that. That's this ludicrous to even think about that. The guys making big catches every game, contested catches one-handed, catches with people all on his back. He's making plays. He's gonna have some hiccups, but that's every wide receiver.
Man, Lamb stepped up so much, man, this year. Yeah.
And Ezekiel Elliott showed you again that, hey, listen, Tony Pollard didn't have a great game yesterday because he may be a little tired. 3 games in 12 days, but see, now you got another guy. So your running game is there.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I said all this to say this, Law. I want to see, for the people out there saying that's clamoring so much for Michael for Odell Beckham.
Yeah, Odell. Yeah.
Okay. I want to see for the guys, the pundits, and me. I guess me and West Coast and I guess in Boston still on the same team here. But I want to see how somebody's going to explain to Cowboy Nation, as well as Kellen Moore and the Joneses, when you put with Michael Gallup playing well, catching the ball, CeeDee Lamb is doing his thing, your tight ends being able to catch the ball. When you add Odell Beckham How are you going to tell people that we want you to throw 27 passes a game and run the ball?
Or getting back to that 27 pass philosophy.
Yeah. How are you going to explain to people, the Cowboy Nation, that I'm going to talk out my side of my mouth on one end, but on the other end, I'm going to give me 3 wide receivers that I can consider that can catch balls on anybody, and some tight ends. But I want one of them say I want to hand the ball to Ezekiel and Tony Pollard and get this offense started, and I want to be a balanced football team.
Well,
sometimes guys that you say yes, this guy can be better than the guy that's there,
right?
But that's not good for your team.
Well, here's the thing, though. I think that what will happen here is that you will see CeeDee Lamb operating more on the outside, and then you will replace his route options from the inside, and you will have Odell just coming out of the slot, who have some responsibilities on the outside, and the person that will be X'd out of that rotation, unfortunately, will be number 85. He will be the guy that they sprinkle in from occasionally.
I mean, that's not. You're not going to take Michael Gallup. You're going to take one of these tight ends off the field. You're not going to pay no big money for Odell Beckham, and the fans are going to be clamoring for it. And you're not going to go 3 wide most of the time. You're going to take one of them tight ends off the field. And if you think that's not going to happen, Law, you got to be as crazy as days long.
Well,
that is not going to happen. And listen, I'm gonna say this right quick, and I know you get off, and I know you got other callers.
Yep.
They're gonna be with Odell Beckham on December the 5th. And I'm gonna tell you some facts now. One, Odell Beckham's first 3 to 4 games with the Rams was very mediocre.
It was, yep.
So December the 5th, you're not probably gonna get him in the building. He may not start to play. You're not gonna just get him in the building and throw him right on the field. He might get going probably the last game, maybe the last 3 games of the season, if that, where we say Michael Gallup took 4 or 5 weeks before he got himself up to speed when he came back. Law football don't work when you just drop a guy in there at the last minute.
I think
that would happen a whole lot.
I think we all know that part of it, Coach. So how can you get your starting quarterback and some of your players to stop mentioning Odell Beckham? You know, how can you get them to stop?
They are players. That's why coaches know this. That's why players need to be coached.
One of these coaches need to be
let's bring him in here. We ain't got to worry about no
They disrespecting Noah Brown. They disrespecting James Washington by keep talking about the girl across the street. You know what I'm saying? They need to talk about their own that's in the house. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be on quarterback.
With Cowboy Nation so in a bunch with this, right?
Right.
What else they gonna say?
Look, we focus on our 53 that's here, and we just need to focus on one game at a time. The 53 guys that's here is 8-3, not Odell Beckham. He got him a Super Bowl with the team he played for. He's on the street. Good luck to wherever he go. But the conversation should be we just focus on the people that we got in-house. But somehow they got reservations on the people that's in-house.
Let me say this, Law. Check the temperature of the rest of the NFL, and you will know how they feel about Odell Beckham. Because it's Kansas City who have a whole lot of wide receiver injuries, and that's what they want to do is throw the ball. If you see teams that they want to throw the ball, if this ain't a arms race for you not being against them,
right?
This is all hype.
Well, we'll find out, Coach. I appreciate you so much, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for telling us the stories of there. Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Law, man. And, man, I hope you have the rest of your holiday good, man.
I will do, man. Appreciate you. Y'all put y'all hand together, man, for Coach Marv, man, with the wisdom and understanding and the knowledge of the game is remarkable, man. I feel what he's saying. You gonna I forgot that. Coach.
Yeah.
before you go, because I know you hang around just for a little bit longer in the lobby area. What's your thoughts on Tyron Smith when he's healthy? What was your point on that one? Because I know you heard the final word.
I think, listen, if Tyron Smith is healthy, and he gets healthy to the point where he can practice a couple of weeks, I have no problem with putting Tyron Smith in there, because that's not going to really. If it don't work, it's still going to fall into your game plan of running the ball, which that's going to make your running game a whole lot better. He's not going to hurt your team at all, because if you ask him to run and not really pass block as much, he's going to be a stronger running person. And I already know that Tyler Smith will be a Hall of Fame guard.
Right, right. Now, let me ask you this. So you all in agreement that Tyron Smith is healthy, you put him back in and everything go back to float, right? And you're going to sacrifice that.
There's no learning curve from Tyron Smith. He's been there. He know it all from A to Z.
Now. What's the difference between him and Odell Beckham? You know?
Odell Beckham ain't never played with Dak Prescott. He don't even know this offense. By the time he gets really together, we may be talking about a playoff game, saying we're trying to figure out, can he get going in his offense? And you're telling Kellen Moore, who took 5 years to learn how to use Tony Pollard, to learn how to use Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham got passes. Listen, Odell Beckham was success in the Rams, if you go back and watch it, was not because he was just that great. He was schemed by a good offensive coordinator to get where he was getting to. You don't have that here.
I appreciate you, Coach Ball. I didn't want to throw that.
You don't have that here.
Appreciate you, Coach Ball, man. I love you, man. To the moon and back, man. Baby, appreciate you, Coach Ball. Oh, my God, Coach Ball, man. All right, let me recollect myself, man. He got good points, man. You move Tyron back in because he's the better player. You move Tyron back in because he's a better player. You slide Tyler Smith back in as that guard because he sees him as a Hall of Famer down a stretch. But, yeah, I got my guy Chris 214, Jake the Great, and then Glenn Law. But Chris 214, you're live. Christopher Robin. All right, well, we're going to go with this order. Jake the Great, Glenn Law, and then Lady Jessica. You're live. Jake the Great.
Yo, what's happening, Law? How you doing? How's your Thanksgiving, bro?
Man, great, man. I got some a pecan pie that's waiting on me as soon as I end this show.
All right. I gotta tell you, I said, man, I'm from South Florida, so we know, man, that crack is strong, Law. That crack is strong, man.
Yo, what cracker? What cracker? What are you talking about?
Shout out to Boss Cowboy. He had that little what's that Lean On Me clip? With
the crack. Oh yeah, the crack. I was like, man. Yeah. You got me now like what cracker, The crack is strong. Okay.
Yeah, that crack is strong, man. Because in that first half, Kellen Moore didn't want to run the ball for some reason, but I'm not going to pick on him too much because I'm happy that we adjusted and they gave the keys to Dak. I was really happy what he was doing. It was shades of Peyton Manning out there with that. Here we go. I really enjoyed how he was dissecting the defense, and I like how Ezekiel Elliott was running. Can't look at the bad. I'm just happy that we won the game coming off 3 days rest. We had a lot of dudes sick. I ain't got no complaints. It's all go Cowboys, and we just got to keep riding to the top. But I do got one problem, Law.
Talk to me, man.
I don't know what's going on. Man, I don't know what I did to the chat or if I offended somebody, man. I think I'm shadow banned on your channel, bro. I can't send you no super chat, or I can't even put my little milestone chats. I don't know. I can send super chats to everybody else, but
okay, I will look into it. Maybe one of the mods block you, man. Maybe you got the blocker, man. I'll look into it, and I'll free my guy Jake the Great, man, and free Jake the Great, man.
Touch my head and my heart, man. Sorry.
Yes, indeed, man. So, hey, this is how I do it, man. Anybody who been shadow banned or kicked out, man, because I don't know, man. Sometimes I check it about once a month, and the line is literally longer than Shaq feet of who all been blocked or what have you. I try to tell the mods to only time out people, don't block them. But I trust my mods, man. I got over 90,000 people here now. You know what I'm saying? I can't monitor everything. You know what I'm saying?
Chop it down. What I said.
Yeah. So my goal is in the future, man, before I let you rock, is to have like a mod for like every team in the NFL, like a Eagles mod, a Washington mod, so that it won't, get blocked and kicked out of it. I know you're not an Eagles or a Washington guy, but yeah, sometimes, friendly fire. Maybe they meant to block someone else.
And I love it, Law. You ain't nothing but the best, man. God
Appreciate
bless
it,
you. I don't
man.
know what I did since, ever since 2015, man. You've been a godsend. The off season is long.
Appreciate you, man.
I'm praying that you get that 100,000 subs so you can get your plaque, because you deserve it, brother. Keep up the good work, man.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Jake the Great, man. He been here for a long time, man. He been following my channel and content and hit me up. So when I find a way to unblock him, please don't block him, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, I got my guy Glenn Law, man. You live.
Law Nation, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, bro.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, man. Appreciate you, my dog.
All right, so I just got two quick points, and I kind of want to get your opinion on both of them. So with these two interceptions, I don't know if you touched on this earlier. I kind of tuned in a little bit late, but the first interception, I felt like that was a bad read. I just felt like he didn't see the safety.
Yeah.
Had sort of leveled off, and he just assumed, for whatever reason, that he had the out route open, and then the safety jumped. So I felt like that was a bad read.
Yeah.
The second one, I felt like was more of just a bad decision, because I feel like there's a difference between a bad read and a bad decision. I felt like the second one was just a bad decision because I believe Noah Brown was coming wide open on the shallow cross. I don't know. What are your thoughts on those two picks?
Yeah, I only watched the game once after I watched it, so I haven't did no full film analysis on everything. Today I'm going to go back in and watch the game multiple times, and all 22 will be open, I believe, later on tonight for everyone. I got the all 22 clips from people who send me this in my circles. But from what I can look at it is if, though, sometimes Dak will – it's feast or famine, right? We want a guy to remember. People used to say, "Man, we want a quarterback to at least be a gunslinger, right? At least throw it and squeeze it in." Well, when you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud, and that's what happened on that. He's not going to be perfect in every shape, form, or fashion. I still want Dak Prescott. The optimum Dak Prescott to me is still 24 to 27 attempts. He got just above that, but I think that taking the underneath route would have been better. Even with now I do know, I chalked it up as miscommunication on the first interception, because if he would have pump faked and that DB made a play on that ball like that and went deep, he had nobody else over the top that would have been able to get there. So that, my friend, is feast or famine type of play. But the way the Cowboy game was, and then our reservations on his team from week to week, it kind of was like, man, please don't have the Green Bay effect again. And that's why we were probably antsy about those INTs.
Yeah. No, I hear you. The one, before I get to my last point, I do want to give some flowers to Kellen Moore. This is the first time I've ever given flowers to him. I believe the creativity in the running game is there. And I'm not talking trick plays. I'm talking creativity out of different run schemes, I think, are paying off dividends because you're getting patience. I know Pollard didn't have a big game, but it just looked to me like there was a lot more creativity and just better execution by the offensive line and the tight ends. It was almost like a symphony on certain plays, and I just felt like this is what we want to see to sustain time of possession. So I'm going to give that to Kellen Moore.
I mean, yeah.
The last point
before you go into that, Glenn, that's what we see from Kellen Moore. We see the shades of brilliancy. What he's utilizing with those 3 tight ends is remarkable. Nobody in the National Football League is doing such. So we do see the creativities when necessary out of Kellen Moore. It's just some of the tendencies that I think that a lot of people are having issues with. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, actually, you actually kind of stole my thunder on the last point that I was going to get out before I hung up. So with that 3 tight end, those 3 tight end sets, I think we have underutilized that because I think we didn't really realize what we had at the beginning of the year. Because to me, these tight ends have a variation in skill sets, right? You have Dalton Schultz, who is an okay blocker, but he's sort of a better outlet receiver, and he can, run some decent routes. But then you've got Ferguson, who to me might be the best of them all. That when it's all said and done, especially when he did that hurdle on that defender, I said, this dude right here. Yeah, go ahead.
No. I was just laughing at what you're saying. Like, that Ferguson shoe, that dude right there.
And then Hendershot, he's very raw, but you can see there is talent there. He just needs a little bit more seasoning. But the one thing I want to see Kellen do, and I'll hang up and let you respond offline. The one thing I want to see Kellen do is I think when we cross that 50, I think we just need to try and utilize the 3 tight end sets more and show those run looks. And then occasionally maybe you come out in 5 wide, right? So maybe you get some linebackers in coverage on these tight ends, because I don't think any linebackers can hold any of our tight ends in coverage. I just think that once we cross that 50, we need to stop trying to hit CeeDee Lamb on that deep post because it's not working for whatever reason. Maybe we'll have to figure it out in the offseason, but I think we got to dial that back and use more 3 tight end sets when we cross the 50. Love your show. I'll take your response off the line.
No doubt. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate Glenn Law, man. Shout out to the Laws, man. I always committed to, bringing in some more details to the game that we may have overlooked, and I really appreciate his thoughts on that. Coach Marv with the Super Chat, commitment to the run. Cowboys Nation, do we really believe also the second interception, bad decision, but Kellen put us in 3rd and long on 2nd down trick plays? Yeah, here's what I can put with Kellen Moore. And I get what a lot of people are saying with Kellen Moore. Some of his inefficiencies as the rhythmatic of the plays come into play. Like we all know, we heard it from Brian Broaddus, and shout out to Brian Baldinger too, but we heard from Brian Broaddus is that Kellen Moore is more of a collector of plays. Like some of the plays that he throw out there don't have a certain rhythm to it or rhyme or reason to it, right? We would see some plays like, hey, made a nice play. It was a nice, beautiful play on 1st down to get us to 2nd and 2. And then he get cute with it instead of just going ahead and getting the 1st down. Here's what I need from Kellen Moore. When we are on our side of the 50, continue to make sure that you get out of that. And when you get on the other side, then if you wanted to get cute, do that then. But let's not get cute with the reverse sweeps, or when you do a tunnel screen, bubble screen to the short side of the field. We don't want to see that, and we don't want to see the idiotic play of the jet sweep to the short side. Do it to the field side of the field. Don't do it to the boundary side where you got your guys out in space. They can get wiggled, can move around. Let's start doing that. And one of the things that I really bring up or brought up last night or yesterday was my guy Okoye Media. He pointed out this tendencies of Kellen Moore when we get to the 30 on we get to our 30, what have you. He tend to do the trick play, the end around, or the spook 'em play. Let's stop doing that when we are at the 30. Let's figure out another way to attack vertically instead of going east and west, right? So those are things that I look at, and those are things that my guy Okoye pointed out. Like, let's get the ball moving. Let's start prepping ourselves. At minimum, we getting 3 points. We getting something out of the deal. Keep in mind, against the Minnesota Vikings, what really was the catalyst of that game was the sack strip fumble by Parsons. But really put the cherry on the top is that we at least got points out of it, right? We got points. We got 3 points out of it. It would have been a different type of vibe if we went so greedy, if we got a turnover, if we fool around and went for it and didn't get it, and then it would have been avoided interactions there. Get the money. Let's not get cute until I would say if you want to get super cute, Kellen Moore, wait till we up by 20, man. We'll give you a little leniency then, But neither here nor there. I got Lady Jessica from the 903. You're live.
No, we don't need to be playing cute at all. Period.
Not at all, huh, lady? Yes, not at all, then. Let's not get cute at all. Right.
I am sick. Every time this team wins, everybody want to focus on 2 interceptions, which was not his fault, and stop blaming him for when receivers bail out on him. CD was capable of going up and getting that ball in the middle. Didn't he go up and get the ball in the middle of the touchdown end zone and got that ball?
Yeah.
And came down and with that touchdown, and they got mad and they were salty, so the referee took it from us. So quit saying it's on Dak when it's not. The quarterback saw what he saw. The receiver needs to be on the page with Dak. If the man done told you in the huddle, because every time they go for a play, what do? They huddle up. Dak told them what he wanted. They should have stuck with it. So stop trying to sit here and dog this man when he out here playing his butt off to lead his team to victory. Just because he didn't win by 30 or 40, you got a problem with 28 over 20? They still won. So shut up with all the negativity, people. It's PBO day. It's Friday. Victory Friday at that. And all y'all do want to sit here and tear that man apart. When we didn't have him, you were very aching for it. But now you want to tear him apart on the least little thing that he is not his fault. He thought about because he saw what he saw. He wanted that touchdown from CD. He see potential in CD. CD got to stop being lazy at times because he played like he don't want to get it when he can go up for it. So stop sitting here trying to put everything on Dak. And the dude ran behind his guy. Dak was throwing him the ball, and he kept running. He didn't look until the other dude had picked the ball. It was too late then. He should have went the route Dak told him. You got to keep your eyes on your quarterback and the ball when you're running. You have to run at an angle, and you got to keep your eye on your QB and the ball and run your route. And don't let your man that's on you get in between you, your quarterback, and the ball. That is how you play football. That is how you receive a football. Stop having Dak out there throwing the ball, slinging the ball on every play he had him throw it. Dak sit there and change the plays. Did y'all not see your elite quarterback change plays on Kellen Moore when Kellen Moore was trying to get him to do a certain way? No, you don't give him his props. Y'all are the reason why people that don't like the Cowboys tear our quarterback down. You fans that say you're fans, if you don't believe in your team, please get out of here. We happy. We proud of our boys. They're 83. They're coming back to Philadelphia to take the first place. They're going to be the NFC champ. They're going for the ring number 6. And you need to respect your team. You speak those things as though they were. You people always speaking negative. Be positive. Golly.
Hey, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You good. You good,
y'all
lady.
just like the cows in the field. They got all this beautiful green grass. But yet they got to stick their neck outside of that fence and get that grass on the outside of that fence when they got all this grass here. And just like the Cowboys, we got the talent we need on this team. They need to utilize them. You got Cavante Turpin, Speedy Gonzalez. Use them in the mix on offense, and we will win more and get down the field more. Use Sam Williams on defense. You got a run stopper. Stop putting that man on the bench and put him on the field and use what we got to get what we want. Ring 6, and let's go Cowboys and get our ring.
Let me hear
How
you
about
say
them Cowboys?
yes, indeed. That's Lady Jessica. My Lord. Yeah.
When you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud, too.
Woo! If you have not been to church this week, lo and behold, if you're here watching now, you just witnessed service. Oh my goodness, man. Let me hear it again.
When you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud, too.
Oh my goodness. I have no rebuttal to that. Everything that she said was on par. I'm not finna go back and forth with the lady, the queen of the Peace Corps over here in the Cowboys circle. Oh my goodness. I got Trayvon Diggs next, Coach A.J. Jones, and I got the 409. I ain't talking about the kind you spray. Let's go. Diggs, you live, man.
What's up, my friend? How's it going, my brother?
Man, it's going well, man. I don't know how you going to respond to what she just said. All I can do is just say, amen.
Hey, that's what I'm about to say. First, I'm going to say, amen, Jessica, my sister, Trey, amen to you too, sis. Coach, y'all was on point. I ain't got nothing to say. Really, all I want to do is get on here and say, how about them damn Cowboys?
How about them? How about them?
How about them? Okay? Yeah. And the second thing is that we're utilizing our tight ends just like we're supposed to. I just didn't like the fact that we eased up and let them sneak another damn touchdown in at the last point of the game. Like, you know, when you got your foot on their neck, you need to keep that pressure on. Stop letting up.
Yeah, that's why Parson was mad. I saw him. He was like a kid that was like, you ain't getting nothing. When we pull up to this throw, you better sit your butt down somewhere. You ain't getting nothing. But mama got A's. I don't care what the mama say. You ain't getting nothing.
Hey, Micah don't want to give him a damn thing. Like, what the hell we doing? You know what I'm saying? So,
I see my kid. I see my kids in the Micah when he be like in the face. It's fun. It's funny, but it's not funny. When he's on the sideline, he like this. That joker, he got that face like.
Exactly, but he loves the game.
Yeah,
and he loves winning, and he don't like when the defense is giving up unnecessary points when they don't have to.
Man,
you know.
Yeah, he took that to heart, man.
You know, you got shit and get off the pot, man, and get your head out your 4 points of contact and play the game like it's supposed to be played.
No doubt, man. You right on with it, Trey, man. Yeah, I appreciate you,
exactly.
Dog.
You know what I'm saying? Hell, I played this game, and let me tell you, when my daddy told me to go in there and hit somebody, and I was in there, but Dad, he's part of the team. He said, he trying to knock your damn head off. You better go in there and ring his damn bell.
Yeah.
So I did exactly what my daddy told me to do.
Yo, that's what you got to do,
know what
man.
I'm saying?
I appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, no doubt, brother. Hey, we say it one more day. How about them damn Cowboys? Let's go.
How about them, baby? I just call him Trayvon Diggs. You know, he Trey. You know, he's going to just keep him Trayvon Diggs. That's actually Trayvon Diggs, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Just the other version, the multiverse versions of it, man. I got Coach, man. AJ, you in the house, man. You live.
What up, man? Like I said yesterday, just relax, shut up, take our time, we'll get them. And it sure came to reference. I want Coach Marv to stop talking about OBJ like he a scrub, though. He still owe me a couple of shots because he ain't saying nothing about Anthony Brown no more, so that means at least 2 shots down. And then, hey, tell your boy he only needs 2 more sacks before he got to get on them shots. And OC, because DA got 8 already.
Ooh,
8.
Ooh,
8 with 2 blocks, and not to mention 8. Man, this dude playing out of the box sometimes.
Yeah,
he's dropping him back in coverage again.
Yeah,
we couldn't do that with Randy because we know Randy gonna be high. Randy can't remember to stay on side.
Yeah.
Now, I do think that if we want to be considered a better squad, we got to cut down on the penalties.
We do.
I don't mind you on the holding calls, but the dumb BS, jumping offside, we didn't do that.
Right.
But the false starts, 2 wide receivers, T.D. Lamb, Noah Brown, and then my boy Mr. Smith got one. So that's 15 yards of penalty unnecessary. And then we got Diggs holding a dude that ain't going nowhere. Just hold it.
Just hold him.
Let the dude. Yeah, he was in a marriage with Bobby Brown. Whitney screaming out, Bobby! Let him go so you can keep doing what you're doing. Keep your foot in their mouth and shut them up.
Yeah.
But no, man, the game plan with Dak is not to put all the pressure on Dak.
Yeah.
But quit throwing the damn ball in the middle of the field with C.D. Lamb.
Yeah.
He ain't that guy. You know who they should throw the ball in the middle of the field to?
Who that?
13, because that boy goes and gets it.
Oh yeah. He ain't gonna be shorthanded. He's gonna go and try to grab it. Like that interception, the first one, you can't put that one on.
That was
on him.
Yeah, you know what that was? That was a false offensive. They were offsides, and our old line just stopped.
Yeah.
And watched, and Dak threw it up for grabs, but that's still on Dak because at the end of the day, the stats come back to your quarterback.
You do.
I don't give a damn what nobody say. But see, you don't hear any other Buffalo Bills fans say, well, let's put the backup in. Hell no. Did you think that through?
No.
You don't hear the Mahomes fans going, hey, man, go ahead. Go sit down. You threw 2 picks to the Chargers. We're going to bring somebody else in. They ain't going to say no stupid thing like that.
No.
Only the Cowboy fans be wishing for another date while you're on the date.
Yeah.
Now, that works well when you're young, but I always say, ride the horse that got you.
Yep.
Don't be jumping.
Love the one you with, man.
That's that Mississippi thing that y'all say down there. Put that mud on it.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
Put a little mud on it, man.
They want to shine the mud off and go. Hey, do you realize with Dak as a quarterback, we're back at the top in scoring again?
Yo, we're back at it, man. It's weird how one player.
If it ain't the quarterback, then you're going to give it to the OC. But nobody wants the OC. And the other thing is, notice today nobody said that. But we beat 2 teams with winning records back to back.
Oh,
what
nobody.
They got to say now?
Oh,
not a word has been said.
Not a word.
Not even you.
I didn't even say that. I didn't even think about that one, man.
Boss Cowboy normally come up with every stat in the book, so him and his Chris Quarter wide receiver can get a.
Noah Brown.
No, I ain't gonna say that. I just said Chris Quarter. You put the rest. But Boss already owed a couple of shots. Him and OC on DA, and then he owed you a couple of shots because Noah Brown is definitely not Chris Carter.
Man.
And then I'm just going to get on your coach because he owed a couple of shots because he keep bringing up Noah as a living receiver. You notice Noah hadn't even caught a pass in 3 weeks. Maybe one pass?
He haven't. Oh wow, man! I'm gonna go back and look at Noah Brown's what he been doing out there in the last 3 weeks.
Last 3 weeks, man, he dropped balls. He ain't caught nothing.
Well, maybe the pressure of talking about Odell is on him.
I really think so because he's gonna be the odd man out.
Well,
and really, it's nothing to say bad against the guy. He a better blocker. I really thought he'd be better off as a tight end. Put him 20 more pounds and let him be a tight end because he just never developed. But he ain't gonna be no tight end for this group because they got it, man.
Man, this group is
my favorite is the kid from Indiana, Hendershaw.
Oh my God,
he nasty.
He
like
is.
hitting people. He is the one that's gonna go over there and punch you in the mouth and think nothing of it.
You ain't lying on that one. But Coach, man, I appreciate you so much, Coach.
I want to say, did you ever break that bottle, dude?
Man, it's still in the seal, man. But
man, you had to break that bottle on that game.
Maybe New Year's. Maybe Christmas Eve, man. Wait a Christmas Eve.
I'll buy another bottle, but it's to make those 3 jokers drink.
you know my guy Boss Cowboy, he's a Crown guy, you know.
So
you got him.
Nice,
Yeah, we will see what's going on with that. And hit me up about that other news that you got for me, man, about those. You know what I'm talking about. You know, I appreciate you, Coach.
I have a couple of things going on, so we'll see about it later, brother.
No doubt, man. And congratulations going on Belize, too, man. That's my coach right there. Coach AJ, man, he sent me a nice bottle, man, of VSLP, man. But let's do this, man, because we'll be here all day.
The conference has been locked.
All right, I'm going to give y'all the lineup. We got 409 Mary Lon, and then we have 815 Brandon. And then we're going to work our way all the way down. So if you are in here, trust and believe I'm going to get to you if you can hold tight on this Black Friday. I appreciate everybody. Victory Friday as well. And I want to get y'all thoughts and your comments about this game. From the 409, you're live.
Hey, what's up, Love?
What's good with you, man? Talk to me, man.
And I'm on vacation, man. I'm usually at work listening to you, man.
Man, I salute to you, man, on vacation, man. I thank you, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, they act like they got amnesia, man. Like we ain't go through Tony Romo throwing all these picks, man.
It's a Mandela effect,
Tony
man.
Romo throw the picks when the game on the line. You know, I got some stats for you, man.
Man, don't open up them wombs, man, because all I can think of is that Washington game. When you win, you know, don't do me like this, man. But go ahead.
I got a couple stats, but Dak's slanging that thing to CD Lamb, man. He gonna keep throwing it to him.
Yeah.
Even if he mess up with those picks, he gonna keep coming to him.
Yeah.
Because it's a mental thing, like you said. But in the second half, he threw 0 picks this year because he say it's back to business. He got no picks.
That's a unique stat. God, dog. Keep going, then. Keep going, dog. Keep going.
0 picks. He got 0 picks in the second half because in the second half, he coming to do business.
Keep going.
He ain't playing in the second half. But in the first half, he going to slang that thing.
Uh-huh.
And he going to slang it to CD Lamb. Over and over again until CD Lamb become that number one he wanted to be.
Yeah.
But in the second half, he got no picks. And Tony Romo throw the picks when the game on the line. These is picks. I don't care about these picks. We got time to come back. Tony Romo, at the end of the game, he throw a pick. They act like we ain't live through that.
Yeah.
And I want to go to Mr. Troy Aikman, man. Everybody say his best year was when he threw 23 CDs, and he had, 3,000 yards?
Yeah, Troy. Yeah, that's my
guy. They say he was a running lead back then. Well, why he had 14 picks then?
Man, you know, in my opinion, here's my thoughts on this. I think DBs were more developed during that time frame. They were nastier, man. You know, they can contact after 5 yards, man. It was just different windows. Like the windows that we're seeing now are not the same windows. And then there were responsibilities. Like I know for sure that Lamb, maybe Gallup, going across the middle in the 90s or in the 80s, they wouldn't even still be playing football right about now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you go across the middle, you got to be a different type of warrior. You got to be a different type of warrior, man.
If you say that, then Lau, Steve Largent, the best receiver ever, because he was a little white boy, 5'11", 185, had 1,000 yards every year in the 80s.
Now he is. Now Steve Largent is one of the best wide receivers, though. By the way, though, you know.
He wasn't strong.
He's one of.
He wasn't fast, and he was kicking ass in the 80s.
Yeah, he was. He was. I think that even he ain't the best receiver ever. Now I ain't going to that extent, dog. Look, what I'm trying to say is that the league is different.
But dog, all I want to do is touch base on them INTs. Though.
Yeah.
The big thing is that stat. Zero peaks in the second half, man. That's all I wanted to say, though.
No doubt, man. I'm gonna look that up just to verify. I trust, but I need to verify. But man, that's a good stat line, though, man.
Yeah, he got 5 in the second half and 1 in the first.
My goodness, man. I appreciate you, bro.
He got
inverse because it'll be 5 in the first half and 1 in the first, and 1 in the second, right?
He got 5 picks in the second quarter and 1 in the first quarter.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. All right, cool. I'm gonna look that up, fam. Appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Yes, indeed, man. That's a good call from him, man. But I'm not defending like Troy Aikman. Y'all already know my hierarchies on quarterbacks in the Cowboys uniform. I got Troy as my ultimate best. You know what I'm saying? And then I got Roger. Only because I didn't get a chance to see Roger. I got to go back and pull up old tape and stuff like that, film at that time to watch Roger Staubach. But I got Troy, Roger. I still got Tony Romo, and then I got Dak. And I said, based upon what Dak Prescott do this year, he would trump my guy, Tony Romo. So we'll find out, man, as far as his quarterback ranking. I get all the things that people are saying. One can argue and say, man, Dak done already surpassed Tony Romo. But out of respect of the game and the thrower of the ball, I still got reverence for Tony Romo's arm and his talent and what he brought to the table for this team for those stretch of years. I still hold the Cowboys front office to a degree because we kept Jason Garrett for all of those years, man. All of those years. It's just terrible how we kept Jason Garrett. And I ain't trying to throw any salt and shade at Jason Garrett, but we seen what he did over there in Giants land, right? They couldn't average over 17 points the time that he was there. I almost shed a tear when the Giants got rid of Jason Garrett. I wish the Giants would have held on to Jason Garrett for 9 to 10 years there. But that's a story of another day. I got Mary Lon, you live from the 214.
Hey, Lon.
Hey, what's good? What's good with you?
Everything good. Happy belated Thanksgiving to you.
Happy to you as well. You still got leftovers over there?
I didn't cook. I was over relatives' house for Thanksgiving, so yeah, I was traveling.
You're traveling well, but they threw down good. I think I think they threw down good, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they did, but I couldn't watch the game like I wanted to. I had some New York fans in there rooting. Oh, that was getting over my nerves. I can't stand that. I can't stand it. But anyway, I want to talk about the game.
Okay.
I want to say, we as Cowboys fans, they want Dallas and Dak to be perfect. That was a great win yesterday.
It was.
And I say that because I understand that Dak threw 2 picks in the first half yesterday, but what did he do in the second half?
Right.
No, he's not Mahomes, but Dak is all we need to win this thing. That's all we need is Dak Prescott. We don't need Mahomes. Yes, he needs to cut down on the picks. I'm not going to say it's the wide receiver's fault. I'm not going to say it's Dak's fault. But we do need to cut down on him. But Dak is all we need to win this thing. And another thing, you said something about bringing Tyron Smith back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because if it's not broke,
don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
Yep.
So, if we need him, yeah, of course we can put him in there. We know he's a Hall of Famer and all that, but I don't think we should put him in right now. I really don't. And OBJ, I'm good if we bring him in. I'm good if we don't. Because I think we got enough receivers. Because look at Gallup. Gallup and CeeDee Lamb both had some great bomb catches yesterday.
They did.
They did, and that one that CD caught, that was a touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care what nobody say. That was a touchdown. But we just need to keep on rooting for our team because they're doing a great job. We're not going to always have a win like we did with Minnesota. But at the end of the day, if we come out with a W instead of an L, they did their job. Am I right or wrong, Lon?
You right. You right. On that one, I can't even find it wrong. Come out. Look, I said before the game, the final score could be 3-2. As long as we with the ones with the 3, it's still we done swept the Giants this year.
That's right.
Yep.
So great win yesterday for the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
How about them? Appreciate you. One love to you, and safe travels when you get back to the crib. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right, man. We give this lineup again. We got Brandon next. We got 501, and then we got Queen that's on hold over here. So, Brandon from the 815, you're live.
What's up, Law?
What's good, man? How was your Thanksgiving, man?
Oh man, it was well. Me and my wife and my kids, we from Memphis, so we couldn't, we wasn't able to go home, but we had a great Thanksgiving here.
Okay, that's good. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate that, man.
And happy Thanksgiving to you as well. I wanted to say that because I didn't say that yesterday.
Appreciate you, bro.
But look, it was a good win yesterday. It was a great win yesterday. It's a divisional opponent. We beat them. We do what we always do to them. I hate the discussion of like, why wouldn't you get Odell? Like, why would you want more options? Like, to me, it's not about Odell being better than Michael Gallup or CD. It's about having the 3 best options on the field that you need. And with Odell, we'll have 3 great answers to any question. So, to me, it's almost idiotic to say that we don't need Odell Beckham, but I shout out to the coach. I like listening to him, but I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Right.
Sam Williams, I think it's gonna be time to almost put this man in the starting lineup. I'm like,
shoot, he a monster,
I've
man.
seen enough. This dude is a dog.
Yeah. He plays through it, and then he get into the face. I think that Clark earned his spot back on his team versus when Barr get out there. I don't think that you can figure out a way to move him off the field because Clark, he was your leading tackler, man, out there chasing, hitting, and doing things. I like that. Well, one of your leading tacklers.
To me, he looked like he could be Isaiah Simmons. That's what I see. He can run, he can hit, and to me, the best part of his game might be he a better cover linebacker. So to me, he gonna be a great player. To me, that Anthony Barr thing, if Damone Clark need a rest or whatever, but to me, Damone Clark has solidified itself. Look, our offense played well. I think the first half you seen when we try to throw the ball way too much, that's what happens. When we stick to the formula second half, we dominate. It can't be no clearer than that.
No doubt.
But hey, don't accept nothing in the win you won in a loss. We still got to play better.
We do. Things get swept under the rug a little bit when you win. But, yeah, we do need to be more consistent on our approach. This was the same similar game that we had against Green Bay. We did run the ball in Green Bay, but we were, mixing the runs or what have you. And when we should have thrown the ball, we should have did that in certain situations. And when we should have ran the ball, we should have ran the ball. So I get it. This team, we still – have yet to peak. I don't think that we're peaking yet. I think that we still got some things that we have to overcome, and we got plenty of football left, Brandon.
Plenty of football left. So go get Odell. Why not? He another good option to have. That's it. That's all.
No doubt, man.
How about them Cowboys? And shout out to the Queen that never was. How about them?
Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, Brandon. That's from the 815, man. And I got 501, and then I got the Queen. 501, you live, Chief. Once, twice.
My bad, man. I had to take it off me. How about the Cowboys?
How about them, man? Talk to me, man. What's your thoughts on this game? And are you still full over there?
No, man, I did a little bit last night, man. I ain't trying to do too much. I'm trying to watch my figure, man.
No doubt about that. Hey.
No, but my thoughts on the game, man. I want to ask you this.
Talk to me, man.
As far as Dak, the way they ran that first half, they was all out of sorts. And I think it was because they let Dak do too much at the line.
Okay.
Because it would get to the point to where it was almost like they was confused about what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And how many plays do he get to change when he at the line? Because on that one play here, they had to call a timeout because he wanted to change it 2-3 times.
That I don't know, man.
Offense.
That I don't know from there as far as his audible. Like when you are. It goes back to my saying, either you the leader or you're not. So let him be the leader. If he's the leader of this team and he see things that's fit, then let him do it. But far as the flow of the game, I think that this team need a legit rhythm to go with what they're doing. And sometimes I look back at the game and the philosophy of them being a little too risque in the opening of the drives there or in the first quarter. Just scale that back, man. Score your natural points first, and then if you want to do all of the changes, then change it up from that point. But outside of that, I feel what you're saying.
That's my point, and that's my point right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel it. I was looking at it like, hell, they act like he was Peyton Manning or somebody out there. And I was like, what the hell they got going on? I ain't trying to cuss, but I'm like, that's not even Zach's role to do that.
But, it's feast or famine because he did it against the Vikings, though, so we can't give him keys and then say, all right, we're going to take him away. Look, Peyton didn't win all of his games either. It took Peyton Manning 9 years before Peyton Manning started his career with more weapons than any quarterback in the National Football ever, and it took him 9 seasons to get to where people are like, all right, that Peyton dope, man, but he started off with consistency with Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, and all of those boys. He had the Hall of Fame. Was it Marshall Faulk his rookie year? Then for Marshall Faulk, he had another Hall of Fame running back, Edgerrin James. Yeah. So, and then he had Jeff Saturday, a stud, in Dallas Clark. People gloss over all of that, and he had the defense too. So people gloss over all of that. He had it all, man.
But the good thing, man, I just think they just don't need to let him do too much like that.
No doubt.
Because in the second half, when they came out, he didn't do all that, and the offense was hitting on all cylinders.
No,
see what I'm saying? The difference in the second half when they came out, they went back to the 3 tight end set, which they should have came out in the first place and ran because the offense would have been in rhythm.
Yeah, they did get into a flow, and then. We got to understand that the second half, both teams got a chance to make the adjustments, and the Cowboys defense made a hell of an adjustment against the
and
Giants,
that's what I was going to get to. If our defense wasn't like it was, we might wouldn't have been able to come back from them 2 picks like that.
No,
I don't feel like they should I don't think they should put the team in a risk like that.
Right.
In what I'm saying, in certain type of games, and especially against a divisional opponent, because everybody gonna play us tough.
Everybody gonna play us too
regardless.
Tough. But before I let you roll, but in the same breath, remember the Cowboys were up 24-14, I believe, against the Green Bay Packers, right?
That's a fact.
And if the defense played like they did this past game, we win this game. We won the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a twofold. It's a twofold. Two things. Like I said on that video, 2 things can be true. It's a twofold situation. I just truly believe that this team they needed a loss. Although I wouldn't accept the loss, but they needed a loss. And then somehow that loss that they got against Green Bay. They probably in the second half, in the halftime, said, hey, remember Green Bay.
Right.
Let's get this SHIT together and let's play some sound football. Let's stop Odell Beckham. Let's stop Saquon Barkley. Let's shut down the run.
Right.
We helped those boys to 90 yards, man. So, it's a
they
twofold
did good,
situation.
Man. Hey, Law, I'm happy about this win.
No doubt.
I'm glad they straightened it up in the second half, but that's all I really had, man. I was just trying to see, like, with the first half, how he would change the plays like that. Why was they, what I'm saying, because they had the offense out of, sync with. So, but other than that, man, how about them Cowboys, man?
How about it, man? Appreciate you, my dog. All right, we got Queen that's next. Oh, she hung up. No Queen. All right, so let me read out the lineup there. Shout out to you, Queen. I lost you. You was next. We got MJ. We got 615. People falling off. Y'all running out of y'all minutes over there. All right, I'm gonna speed it up there. MJ, you live, dog, from the 206.
What's up, Long Nation?
What's good, man? Talk to me, man.
Oh, okay, yeah. What I liked about the game, that was a back shoulder fade. Only way it got on that first interception, it was going to be a back shoulder fade. 13 played good. He's supposed to run. If he'd have ran the route even faster, he would have got him. And plus, 73, he was getting pressure, so that's why he didn't get the ball off. That's how the first interception went.
Okay. That's how
Second
the first
interception.
Yeah.
Second interception. He got to learn to knock the ball down. If you ain't gonna catch it, just knock it down. That's all he got to do.
Yeah.
He got to practice on that. But now, why they going to get Odell Beckham, guys? Everybody on this is the same reason Philly went to go get them 2 defensive tackles, because
Right.
they know we could run on. So Philly said, forget this. The first time we played the Cowboys, they started running on us, and they kept running on us. So we got to
Right.
get some details.
Gotta get some.
While we
okay.
getting Odell Beckham, now that's going to help that, because they loading up against the Cowboys, Philly. So we get Odell Beckham, it's going to make it easy for Dak Prescott for the middle routes. Because
Right.
he know he's a Philly killer, Odell Beckham. And
Oh,
Philly
okay.
know that too. So
All right.
Philadelphia is praying, please don't get Odell, please don't sign him, please. Because that's going to open up for 13, 88, and then our tight end. And then
Right.
we can really run. If they go to 7 DBs, that's when we run on. So we got to be smart. It's all going to go down to Kellen Moore play calling.
Right.
When we hit that 2nd and 2, you got to run the ball.
Yeah, you
Run the
got
ball,
you got to run
the
it on
ball.
that. Yeah.
Got to run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball. And then, boom. And, I'm not going to get mad at Dak Prescott, because right now I can see, y'all don't see it, but he see the field better. And what they did to all the fans on here, remember in the play clock used to go down to 12 and 13.
Right.
12, 11, and then Dak try to change the play. No, it's at 23 seconds, 22. That's why he's looking at the field. And it's throwing them off. It's throwing the defense out. They said, this fool changed the play on us again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's smart. Smart thinking about the Cowboys. And then all I got to say, we keep running the ball, running the damn ball.
No doubt,
And
man.
you
I
can win
appreciate
it
you, my
all the
dog.
way.
Run the ball.
And
Let's
a
get
shout
it,
out to
man.
And a shout out to the Loud Nation people that hit them mics. And how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys, man? All right, let me give y'all the run up, man. We got Paul, we got Noop everywhere, and we got TP from NC, man. The Noops, man. Let me tell you, Noop, man. We got the Noops representing today, man. 615, you're live.
Hey, Law, what's going on?
Hey, who this?
You know who this? Don't tell me.
Wait a minute, you changed your number or something, Gina?
I did.
Gina, how you gonna change the number? Because I'm saying we got Paul here. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, let me update the number.
No, don't update it. This is the landline. I usually call you on my cell phone. Don't change it.
Okay, well, let me put it in here then. Let me put it in the landline, Gina. Then.
Yeah, landline, Gina.
Landline, Gina. You know.
I'm feeling so much better today.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so. I hope I didn't sound like I was like heavily medicated or anything when I called in the other night.
Well, you know.
But I had to call in. I couldn't help. But I feel so much better. My kids were in South Haven.
Okay.
For, Thanksgiving. Yeah, they went down to my son's in-laws. He and my daughter, they all went, and my daughter-in-law, they all went down there because they don't get to see their parents a lot. So
right.
They were in South Haven, yeah. So I said, so my son called me. He said, Mom, what's going on in the first half? And then he said, you checking Law out? And I said, no, he's not on. He's trying to enjoy Thanksgiving with his family. So we talked about it for a little bit. Started out a little slow the first half, but they picked it up. One thing I have, try to remind Cowboy fans is we don't ever want to get complacent with the team.
Right.
We don't ever want to get too satisfied because, we're nowhere near where we need to be.
Uh-oh.
And we're not as good as I know that we are. We're not playing as good as I know that we are. Cowboys are a really good team, but they're not playing as good. We're winning.
Right.
We're 8-3, but we're nowhere near. If we played every game our capabilities and the way that I know we can really play, oh my goodness, I tell you, nobody could keep up with us. If we would just play, to our capabilities. So don't ever get complacent because we can do so much more. I was looking at what's his name, Garrett. Last night, and I thought about all I could think about was him on the sidelines clapping.
How you doing, guys?
How they called him the clapper.
Yeah.
So all I could think about. Because every time he opens his mouth, it's like I just laugh. I just think about that. But I still, I respect him.
Mm-hmm.
But I just had to call in. I enjoyed the game. The first half was a little slow. But if we would really go after, defense was playing pretty good. But if we would really go after these teams the way that I know we can, I mean, it's just lights out. We can play lights out football when we really want to, and that's what I like about Michael Parsons, is that he wants the big, he just wants, that's him right there. That's him, the clapper. But he wants the team to excel, and he just holds everybody to a high standard, and that's what I like about that kid. That's what I like so much about it. But let me tell you something about you, Law, that I really like.
Oh, okay.
I like the fact that your fan base. We have your fan base is feeds off of his leader, and you're the coordinator of this whole thing. You started this Law Nation. This is your baby, so. We feed off of you,
okay.
And you say how we have this. We're excited and we're so exuberant, and we just you just like our energy, but it comes from you because you're the leader.
I didn't know that.
And the followers are only as good as the leader.
Okay.
Okay, so we feed off of you.
I didn't know that.
You keep doing what you're doing. And then as your followers, we'll keep giving that back to you because you give that energy to us. We just give it back to you.
Okay.
So we appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you enjoyed your family and all that. I'm glad you took that time off to, just kind of relax and be with your family. So happy belated Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. And, of course, we're going to stay with you. We're going to be with you no matter what. So I just wanted to call in. I just got through eating another plate, but I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill out for a minute. But I'm good. But I appreciate you. I appreciate the nation. I ran into a lady that had been living in Tennessee at the grocery store for 30 days. She had on a Cowboys jacket. She had a purse, and I had to walk up to her. And I said, "You're a Cowboys fan, I see." She said, "Oh, yeah." So we started talking. And I said, "Who are you following to keep up with the Cowboys?" And she said, "Let me have your phone. Can I see your phone?"
Uh-huh.
So I tapped in Law Nation, and I hit follow.
Oh, wow.
I said, "I want you to follow him." She said, "Okay, all right, good." So I said, "You'll get everything you need." I said, "It's a good following." I said, "This guy's really awesome." I call him my big brother Law. So if you ever come on and you hear me say Big Brother Law, I call him Big Brother Law. So I said, that's who you're going to be following now. You've only been here 30 days, and a lot of Nashville, a lot of Cowboy fans here in Nashville. So you follow him, and he'll give you everything you need. Man. But I appreciate. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I don't like to take up a lot of time, but. I love my Cowboys. I love Law Nation. I love the fan base so much. You guys are awesome, awesome, awesome. And Law, we feed from you. We feed off of you, and you continue to do what you're doing because we're only as good as the leader, okay?
Thank you.
Let me say this before I get off the phone.
All right.
How about the Cowboys?
That's Gina. Yes, indeed. She gonna give us that phrase, man, from here to the moon, man. I believe people in the multiverse was hearing, how about them Cowboys, from the voice of Gina, man, the landline Gina version, man. Oh my goodness, man. And I appreciate her being an advocate for me and out there on the streets letting people know that, hey, this dude, Law Nation, this is where you can get all of your sources from, man. This dude spent 3-4 hours talking about the Cowboys, and it appears that you can go through an episode. I was talking to Ricky, who sent me this hoodie, and he was saying that he drives trucks. And he said, listening to the podcast, because this also will be on the podcast and on the YouTubes, keeps him up, man. It motivates him that he can go to a source of information like me that give him balances of good, the bad, the ugly, and at the end a motivational speech, man. So that goes a long way, Cowboy Nation. And I don't take this lightly. I think that I'm on the right path, and I thank y'all, man, for being part of this journey. As I grow, we all grow. Noops everywhere, man. I appreciate you. You're live.
Gobble, gobble day.
Gobble, gobble
up,
day,
How
man.
you doing, man?
Shout out to you, man. How you been doing, Noop?
I'm beautiful always, man.
That's good, man. That's good, man.
Check this out. I got a couple of things, man. I need to get it off.
Talk to me, man.
One, AB gotta go.
Anthony Brown. Yeah. Okoye's guy.
Whenever somebody needs to get something or point or get some field possession, they go at AB, man.
They do.
It's
they
evident.
Do. They do.
It's evident. My second point. Love having Dak back. I'm never going to sit here and say I've been a big Dak supporter.
Right.
But he's been great since he's been back.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore play calling at sometimes is very suspect, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He puts us in predicaments where we don't have to be.
Right.
How you going to throw the ball 3 times, they're going to come running? You ain't think they're going to load the box?
Right. Like they try to get these two now at the last hour. Now they're going to load the box.
Now they're going to load the box.
Yeah.
We need Odell Beckham.
The
reason why we need Odell Beckham is he's going to take that other safety over the top. And CD can eat. We talking about feeding Zeke. CD Lamb can eat off of that, man. We need that.
You can.
We're not saying bring him in and throw him the ball. No, we need that other person that they're going to respect. It's about respect on that field, man.
Yeah, and then he come from a run-first philosophy out of Cleveland Brown. So I get, like, the argument. Like, my guy, Boss Cowboy, have some strong points, him, West Coast, as well as Coach Marv of the anti-Odell. Look, I'm going to call them – look, we call them three the anti-Odell crew, right? We're going to get some anti-Odell. Like, they the anti-Odell, the anti-Odell crew. I get what they said about that. And they're speaking from fear of Kellen Moore, though. That fear of Kellen Moore being such a crackhead, as they call him,
Now, so the cocaine's happening. When does that crack come into play for you?
The crack. That's what they call. That's what they calling Kellen Moore, and he is pass happy. He's just as pass happy. Look, he's just as pass happy as the Kansas City Chiefs offense going on over there. They love to throw the ball. I've seen them throw the ball for 63 times.
60 times.
Yeah, so that's a lot of times.
Look. I'm not saying bring him in and throw him the ball. I'm saying bring him in out of the fear factor.
Yeah.
Because if he go across and pull that safety over, CeeDee Lamb can eat. Gallup can eat.
Yeah.
We need somebody that can break away. We don't have nobody that can actually go down that field and break. We don't use Turpin. Man, I will put Turpin on that side. As soon as we get to the 20, come out. Run.
Yeah.
Run, young boy, run. And I'm going to throw it because I want to see if somebody can keep up with him. And I don't think they can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think look, I'm looking at matchups and stuff like that. Pick your poisons. Noah Brown, I told people, like, when the film come out on him, they're gonna take away his strong points and make him play left-handed. And if you're in the pinch, shout out to my guy Noah Brown. He ain't no one to sneeze at on certain drives or what have you. He's a big possession receiver, but we know what we know who he is. You know what I'm saying?
We need some verticality, man.
Right.
We need somebody to stretch that field.
We know who he is.
If we get somebody to stretch that field, it's different. Now you ain't got nobody loading that box. Now I want to feed Zeke. Now I want to see Pollard come out of this. We need that. It's not. I don't want him to come in and get no 10, 12 catches a game. No, I need that fear factor.
Yeah, and let me play this devil's advocate one more time. The only problem that I have with all of this is that, man, we wasted every opportunity that we can even think of from James. Say it with me. Washington. He could be that guy too, you know. He could be that other guy, but at this point, we don't know.
Hit me with the known, the unknown.
My God.
Hit me with
Simply
that.
because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
Hey, what else?
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
James, look, when I look back at some of his tape, I said, that Washington, baby, he look good right now. But we don't know, man, so.
We just need some verticality, man.
We do, man.
I think you put that speed out there, it would be I'm telling you, the field will open up so much more. Yeah. And I want to give a shout out to LVE. LVE hit somebody yesterday.
He did, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, he did. He was the leading tackler. I misquoted. He was the leading tackler yesterday, and then it was Clark.
Yeah. I just want to put that out because I don't like to give him a lot of love, man. But he hit somebody yesterday, so I like to give it when it's done. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Cowboy Nation. Lord, shout out to you and the fan base, man. And enjoy the family, man. Love
shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for calling in, man. There's Snoop everywhere that's in the chat, man. Appreciate him. Good supporter of the channel. And you check him out in the chat. I got TP from NC, and then I got Chris214. I hope that this is a good number. And then that we went through all 28 callers, believe it or not. TP from NC, you're live.
Hey, what's up, Law? What's going on with you?
Nothing to it, Chief, man. Let me hear you say it, man. How about them Cowboys and everything? Talk to me, man.
How about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed. Let's go with it.
Yes, sir. Look here. From what my boy just said about Van Der Esch, hey, the jury's still out on Van Der Esch. He did all right. Yeah. It's just like I put him and Anthony Brown in the same ship.
Yeah.
But it was a good win. We did had me nervous at first, but you know, I love Dak. I think he's a good quarterback, and I think he can take us there. But sometimes Dak got to do what you do, baby. I'm like Dion, you got to make it do what you do.
Got to.
I still think sometimes he needs to use his legs a little bit more, you know. And but overall, I like what he's doing. It seems like something is beginning to click. I don't know what it is, but it just seems different. And I'm glad the curse is over with. I enjoyed my turkey this year without choking.
Yes, indeed, man. And the leftovers were key because in the last 3 years or 4 years, or however it's been, I couldn't eat the leftovers. You thought I was mad about that Green Bay Packers game? I would sit there and just watch all of the yams, man. Oh, the yams and mac and cheese just sitting there, and then I had to wait a whole day because I'm a sore loser, man. It takes me a couple of days to get right, man. I don't even turn on ESPN or TV, and then but this year, man, I got the yams are gone, the mac and cheese are gone, right? You know, so I enjoyed the leftovers. Yeah, you know.
I feel you, Law. I enjoyed them too, Law. Me ate some today, but like I said before, I think we got a little stretch coming up, a little light stretch, but I think we can win them out. But you never know any given Sunday. But for the most part, we got to tighten up some things on the ship because San Francisco, they're a juggernaut, and Philly, you know, I still ain't sold on Philly. I think they got a good team, but I think they're gonna go as far as Hurts go. And I'm not really sold on Hurts. Yeah. I'm not really sold on Hurts. He's good, but I'm not really sold on him quite yet.
Right.
But I think we can contend with anybody out there. We are the scariest team out there that nobody wants to play, and we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. But as far as Kellen Moore, I think Mike McCarthy is like this right here. If I'm gonna go out, I'm going out on my play call. I'm gonna give him a little rope. But when I see this thing getting out of hand. Because I've been noticing on the sideline looking at their play call sheet.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's having conversations with Kellen like, okay, we don't know. We'll try this one, but I don't know. So I think if he's going out, and I think he's going out on his own call. And as far as Coach Marv, I'm like this right here. God forbid, if CeeDee Lamb go down or Gallup hurt himself again,
Man, everybody, all the Cowboy fans will have their eyes on them like they're going to be stuck like a dead headlight. Why didn't we get Odell? For backup.
Yeah.
I'm like the man. Just the name alone, Odell, gonna make the defense play on. They have to because they don't want that joker to get loose. They don't want him to get loose because he's capable of doing it now. He's capable, and they don't want him to get loose. And I why not? Why not lock and load? Get as much ammo as you can get.
Man,
because you never know. Like,
leave the pocket knife in the drawer and go ahead and pick up that gun right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go. Law.
Jalen Tolbert, a pocket knife, man. Come on, man. Give me the gun, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, TP.
What's gonna happen?
Yes, indeed, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you for calling in.
And look, yeah, and y'all have a good Thanksgiving, and everybody. But go Cowboys!
Let's go, man. TP. When he mentioned having a good Thanksgiving, it means to reheat the old food that you have. Some people like shout out to Big Mamas, man, and the moms that was in the kitchen. Y'all better not be in the kitchen today. Don't have Big Mama in the kitchen today. Don't have Big Mama in the kitchen today, or Auntie Shirley, or anybody that was in the kitchen yesterday and the day before that. Don't have them in the kitchen today. Y'all fellas is out there, make sure you clean and wash those dishes, mop the floor, Cinderella type of groove, you know? Y'all make sure y'all take care of Big Mama, man. She should be propped up, sitting on the couch, enjoying his victory and enjoying the victory feast that she did. And y'all should be grown enough to reheat the food yourselves, you know. So let's work on that now. Don't be overworking. Don't be overutilizing Big Mama now. Let Big Mama rest today. Go out there. Y'all should have been woke. Y'all should have woke up real early and got us something. You know why everything is cheap right now. You got into Cyber Monday to make sure you go out there and grab something for her for all of the hard work and all of the things she did. You know what I'm saying? Chris, you're back live, man, from the 214. You live, man. Hello? Chris. I'm going to open up. I got you here twice, man. Chris 214, man. 972 Chris, man. Hello? Yeah, hello. All right, man. I tried to wait for you, my dog. It just seems there's something wrong with your line, man. I know you be at work when you call that. I agree with that assessment. Yeah, man. Y'all make sure, man. Y'all make sure that she don't have to be. She can sleep in. Y'all check on her. Make sure she ain't sleeping too long enough, but she can sleep in today, right? You know, y'all can warm up your own food. You know, don't overwork her. You know. Chris gone, Law. Okay. All right. Cam, I saw you, man, with the support, man. I thank you, man. I'm gonna open the line up just for you, since you made the donation to let me know that your line done dropped. And it's two people, it's you and Queen. If that the case, I'm gonna open it up just for y'all two, because I can't be here forever. I got a pecan pie or pecan pie that's waiting for me, man. So y'all call in. I unlocked the line just for this quick moment so that y'all can get on in there, man. Cam, let me know when you're in there, man. I'm going to give you about a minute. My belly touching my back. I've been live for a long time, and I'm ready to eat something. I ain't going to have Big Mama to reheat anything. She not even in here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 657-390-7391 is the hotline. Come on, call on in. Unless he must go on and got that pecan pie himself. All right, so let me go ahead and get up out of here then. I open it back up. Y'all heard the lady said the line is unlocked, you know. But we forget on out of here. Pecan, baby. Pecan is pecan. Some people say pecan or pecan. You know what I'm saying? We ain't finna say in the South, we ain't finna put can on it. We gonna say pecan. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's how we say it around here, these parks, man. I appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in and being part of this beautiful conversation. Victory Friday, we will celebrate on Monday, too. We're going to have what better way to celebrate on Friday and Monday when we have this long stretch of no football for 10 days, right? So these boys have a semi or a mini bye, and let's get this thing going the best way possible. Let me take the phone line off the top. Cowboy Nation, we are 8-3, not 3-8. Yes, we are second place in our division. We will see what the Philadelphia Eagles do this weekend. Who they play, by the way? You know who they play? And y'all let me know. Shout out to you, Oscar. And speaking of Oscar, I will be on a radio station, me and Gucci, on Monday. We'll be on a radio station, so stay tuned. I have the exact name of the radio station. It's just slipping my mind, but we'll be live on a radio station on Monday, so y'all check us out Monday live. We'll be there on the radio station. I'll probably simulcast it, what have you, because I would be somewhere in Fort Worth on the radio station, and that's what we do, Cowboy Nation. As I grow, we all grow, right? Leave us alone. I am awake. And shout out to you, man. So y'all play Green Bay. Now I'm giving y'all this truth right here. Packers can run the ball, and if anything, they need another get right game. We'll be looking at what the Packers gonna do against those Eagles, man. Yes, indeed. Oh, it's not 105.3 The Fan, though, Posey. It's not that radio station. It's another radio station, you know. If I'm ever on 105.3 The Fan, it'd probably be under my guy Reggie and Kelvin Gray. He hit me up once before, so it may be somewhere like that, you know. But neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. We are 8-3, not 3-8. The Cowboys got a long way to go still. As we continue to get better each week by week, we'll fill you guys in on the Odell Beckham watch. I know he's on the thumbnail. Shout out to this Cowboys Victory Friday. Let's continue to grind to shine. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let me get on up out of here so I can eat some of this pecan pie, right? You know what I'm saying? Oscar said hit us with some tunes. Maybe I hit some tunes on my way out, man. Quiet storm of hits and oldies. Magic. You know, I feel you. Shout out to you, Nick. Shout out to those who supported. Thank those who shared this content. Let's go. Shout out to y'all, man. Philly D, I get this Dallas football chat. Let's give a shout out to the USA World Cup. Appreciate you, Philly D, for the $4.99, man. Appreciate you. Sleep Tight Radio, thank you for subscribing. Shout out to T Smooth. To be real, it doesn't matter who's out there. Overall, we have to stay consistent as a team to make it to the playoffs and run the ball. That's T Smooth with his super chat. Thank you, man. Shout out to you, Oak Ridge. Appreciate you, Coach Marv. Ash Dog, Brenda, appreciate you for the $5 super chat. Tasso, appreciate you for the $10 super chat. Man, y'all are supporting the nation in the right way. Thank y'all so much, man. And thank those, Brian over there on the Facebook, Kenneth over there on the Fowler. Are you related to Dante Fowler, Kenneth? And Celeb, appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in to this word, the Cowboys Victory Friday. A prize fighter continue to swing even when he's down. It goes back to this right here. Jason Winfro, shout out to you. You was right, and thank you for your Cash App support too, Jason. You was right about the Minnesota Vikings. Appreciate y'all. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of your mind for it, if you will simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness, or body, or brain can turn you away from the thing you want. If dogged and grim and besiege and beset it, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, you will get it. Lord, why you work even on the holidays, Lord? Because my why is different. When you understand that you got a why out there, it can be cold. It could be the blizzard. It could be in the triple darkness. I'm going to still talk about them Cowboys. I can be angry. I'm allowed to be mad about this team, right? But I'm going to give you guys the raw, unfiltered passion, right? And that's why I believe that I'm here right now with the subscribers that we got right now, because you guys understand that it's all passion. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate y'all so much. And even if you're not a Cowboy fan, understand that the words that's coming out of my mouth, if you lean to those words and the motivation that I'm telling you guys, when I say dogged and grim and besiege and beset it, you will get it as well. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Shout out to my guy, Graphic Zone HD, for the background right here. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Stand tall, baby. Let's get it. Damon. Roll Tide Davis. I see you. He said he's grubbing. Super Chat Ebony. Lady. Appreciate you, Coach Marv. Levelle. Sean. Big J. B. Wee. Scott. Thank you. Joe. Ilmatic 7. Tasso. Appreciate you. Brenda. T. Smooth. Philly. Shout out to y'all. Cam, and Jason Winfro. In words of Chisel Adonis, Giants fan, welcome aboard to the L train. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Stand tall. DC for life, not for short. Come on.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please. No photo.
T Smooth, baby. As Modis all aboard. Let's go. I'm awake. Are you? Shout out to you. David, shout out to you again. Come on.
Chalk it up. Talk of the time when you're talking up.
JSU, shout out to you. Come on.
Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause they hate and the jealousy. My mama
Martinez, what's good, Jesse? Shout out to you, Gina. Chase. Birdie.
I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please. No photos. G's. No. Please. No photos. I keep giving game away.
Law.
I put game on layaway.
Nation.
I got paid to play today.
Come on.
I get paid to stay away. I get
Let's
paid
watch
on
Zeke
rainy
run.
days. I
Watch
might
Zeke
make it
run.
rain today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane,
Figaro, baby.
Heard your whole team.
Shout out to Moose Knuckle Gang. King Element, let's go.
All this acting, you gon' play a role. Give you the
Choctaw,
try you out, and then they line you
Montana.
up. Ooh. Now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food.
Brandy, appreciate you.
Acting surprised, but you was fooled. Boy, get out the way, it's been a day, now you're old news. Now you got
It's
the
better to
pen
be
and pad,
seen
tryna take
than
my
views,
moves. Nowadays,
right?
nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing
Come on.
and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please. No photos. G's. No. Please. No photos.
Come on.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please. No photos.
Run the ball, baby. Yep. Come on. Yeah. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's slow it down. Huh? We out. One love. Come on. Thank y'all for allowing me to hit 90K. Come on. Shout out to Lady Jessica. She was the caller of the day. And another one. All at one. What we tell them? Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. It's danger, baby. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I follow. Come on. Killeen, Texas in the house. I see you, David. DJ Law Nation.
So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can
And remember,
fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
you're listening to a Victory Friday show. Nothing but the best. Check us out on iTunes as well.
And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working,
Marathon
but
show.
there's something
Let's
inside
get it.
of you that says,
Until next time.
because you don't know who you're gonna meet, who you're gonna meet, who you're
Now, so the cocaine's happening. When does that crack come into play for you?
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know. So you understand the words I'm saying to you?
Yeah.